What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? We are in this piece. How y'all feeling? 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 You already know what's up. We are in here today. We are happy for you to join us today. We got a special show. Haven't done one like this just yet, but we're probably gonna start doing this once a month. That's how it's gonna go down. We appreciate everybody who decided to come and rock with us today. We're gonna dig in. This is gonna be one of those. Anybody coming in, please do drop a like. If you were compelled, share it. Let's get it. So we're calling today is Men's Day. If you haven't seen the title just yet, Men's Day, yes indeed. What we're gonna be offering is a lot of strategies. I was using another word earlier, but we're going to call it strategies, right? On how men can do well in life, and how women can enjoy it. Women are definitely welcome to today's show. If that's what you want to be a part of, it's fine. You're certainly welcome. This is a safe space for everyone. But I have to help men because our voices are generally not heard. And, there's not a lot of people who want to give us the advice. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Thank you for dropping in the likes. Comments. We will post a couple of comments here. Let's see. I see the homeboy JTC up in his piece. Joe Green Films. Shout to the homeboy Joe Green Films. Those of you who don't know, that homeboy definitely is one of the day ones out the squad and offers plenty of cinematic strategies for your boys. So he's very much involved remotely in how you might see this look come out sometimes. So shout to the homeboy Joe Green Films. We're gonna get a homeboy a shout out real fast, man, because that's what whatever credit is due. Now we have two special guests here today. I want to introduce them to you. We have one guest here who you've seen before. Jump up in the comments a few times. We had him here as a guest one time. You're gonna start seeing cats a little more, right? Yes, introduce yourself, my friend.
How you doing? I go by the name of A1 Geez. I am a relationship guru, and I have my own podcast called Relationship Talk with Geez. And I've been in production on YouTube and Instagram for almost 2 years now. And age 30, and I am born and raised in Philly, and I am ready to get this show on the road, man.
All right, and we got one more special guest. Go ahead, brother. What you got?
I go by the name of Don Terell, and just hanging out with my boy Smoove. We here. Let's get it.
Right. Any of you who are not familiar with him, tell him a little bit about what you do. I can tell you where, if you might say he looks a little bit familiar, he actually did have a role in the 95 series. Those of us who didn't know. That's where you may have seen the homeboy before. But
I never forget episode 1.
Tell him a little bit about what it is that you do.
Oh man. Music producer, composer, intellectual, entrepreneur, tech person, I guess, and just networker extraordinaire.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that a little bit more. See the homeboy GC jump in the building. One of the moderators.
What's up, GC?
Keeping them damn bots out of here. You already know what it is. Shout to the homeboy. All right, let's see how this goes. Those of you who are familiar with what's going on, some of you will catch this later, but the lives will get more and more crazier. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting me on Instagram. And I officially today had my first million viewed post on Instagram. Let's go. YouTube, you're next.
Let's go.
So definitely shout out to everybody who's doing that, man. Everybody who's been supporting, everybody who's jumping in. We appreciate you. We love you for it. Without the mob, that's why I say I'm a slave to the mob. I give the mob what they want. All my mobsters out here, man. Whatever it is that y'all want, I'm going to do it because I do it for y'all. Y'all do it for me. It is what it is. We're going to keep this thing going. Let's jump into an intro just for the hell of it. Let's get it. Ooh. I thought I had an intro here, bro. No. I had an intro. No. You guys deserve an intro, man. You gonna get an intro. Like it or not, you guys are gonna get an intro. My hotkeys, man. What's going on, my hotkeys? I don't want y'all to think I'm over here pump faking. I promised an intro. I'm going to give you an intro. Oh shoot! No, well today I won't. My intro. Oh, I wonder if I deleted it somehow. I must have. Don't worry, I have a backup. What up? Everybody coming through, please do drop a like. Brittany Randall, what up? On the beat. Appreciate you. And we are going to have some live calls in later, right? We're going to have some live videos. There is a link in the description. If someone wants to jump in and talk to us on video, that is going to work as well. We are here. Garage Geek, what's up? Big supporter as well. Shout out to everybody jumping on through. We appreciate you for it. Yeah, like I said, we're going to have some live calls. It's a Q&A. So I'm going to start scrolling that any moment now. I just wanted to talk a little bit about a few things, and then we're going to open it right up for y'all. You'll be able to pause. You'll be able to call us up. You'll be able to video call in. All you need is a cell phone or a computer, however good or bad your setup is. It doesn't matter. It'll come out pretty decent. Thank you for everybody coming in and paying attention to the algorithm and dropping that like. Please do share. That helps the most. Share it with your people. Spam it out a little bit, and we'll get it popping. All right, so check this out. We got a couple gents over here, man. One of the main things we want to talk about is financial freedom here. How do we obtain financial freedom? We're gonna get into the juicy stuff. I don't want y'all to think we're not, but we're gonna get the homework out the way. Right, we're gonna share some ideas, and anybody who has any insight, if you want to call in, you want to just drop it in the chat, we're for it. But what we are preaching here today, if you want to call it preaching, or what we're suggesting we should do today, is obtain financial freedom. And you won't obtain financial freedom by working for someone else. Even if you don't quit your day job per se, at least try your hand at something that you're very passionate about. And I understand that some people are okay with the simple life, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that is enough for you, and you wake up every day and you love the work that it is that you do, you are already there. You don't have to try and be a millionaire. You don't have to try to be popular. You don't have to try to be on top of the world. So for everybody's level of happiness is different. It's determined by you, right? Happiness comes from within. So if you are not interested in entrepreneurship, if it's too much pressure or whatever, then that's fine. You're fine doing what you do. Just make sure you know you're doing well by others, and you're happy with yourself. That's cool. However, if you wake up every day and you're like, I really got to go to this joint today. If this is what you feel like, you probably should be an entrepreneur. That job that you're going to is probably not for you. If you wake up and you feel like you're going to work for somebody else and you don't like it, you wake up with that feeling in the morning, then you probably are at the wrong place, and you might want to do something else. That's just the reality of it. So A1 Geez over here, man, he has his financial freedom right now. He doesn't punch a clock. I want you to explain as much or as little as you like to about that situation. Go ahead, bro.
Don't mind if I do. Started with the age of 18. Let's say this. I come from a family of hardworking people. I've been working since I was 14 years old. Let's start off to say that at the least. At the age of 18, I ended up working at the Philadelphia International Airport. Okay, and I was a supervisor by the age of 19. I was at my job for 8 years as a supervisor, and that job at the airport, it was my first full-time job, and it beats me into discipline on how to keep a job, because that was a job where I was promoted, demoted, terminated, brought back to the job after fighting for my rights. And 8 years is a long time on the job from someone who is age 18. Let's make that clear, because most people can't make it past a year with one job. they can't make it 6 months. They can't make it first 48. Okay. Growing up from age 20 to 30, I had a plethora of debt. Okay. After my grandmother passed away, almost 10 years ago, I put myself out there because I knew that, growing up with my hand being held, I knew at some point I would have to put myself out there. I grew up in a household full of women. So I had a big understanding of how women are. I had a lot of father figures through my cousins and through my uncles. That's how I had to learn. And throughout my entire tenure, I had a plethora of street debt.
When you say street debt, my brother, what are you talking about? Did you owe the mobsters some money? Like what? What was happening? Loan shark? What were you doing?
Not them, but definitely sharks. I used to gamble a lot, stuff like that. I used to bet into like games, stuff like that, bookies, all that good stuff like that. And I came across this one game where I was betting on the Eagles back when the Eagles was doing, and I went $16,000 in the hole.
Whoa!
$16 in the hole.
Whoa!
And I ended up getting me a shark. And these are the kind of people that you will pay them before you pay your rent. You will pay them before you pay your rent.
They're not playing with you out here.
They're not playing at all.
They're not playing with you.
And that also motivated me over the years to not only have to pay that, had to pay my rent. I had to take some sacrifices. I took sacrifices in car repossessions. I took sacrifices in all kinds of stuff. I was 21 being a dummy. I was financing 2 cars at the same time because I was living above my means.
Okay.
And being in a position where you have to have money every second of every footstep that I walked, nobody would know that this is a backstory that I ever had. This is something that you have to keep a smile on your face every day, because what am I going to do? Am I going to bitch about it? Or am I just going to get it done? It's like walking through a door for an audition. You can walk through nervous, you can walk through confident, but you still got to go through the door. So I choose to be confident and deal with it, because if I stress myself out, it's not going to eliminate the problem. The world is going to move around me. And what happens is, if I stress myself about it and I eliminate the problem, the only thing that's going to get eliminated is me. So I was always in a position where I had to bust my ass every single day, and which always motivated me at my job. And I worked at a job where I was appreciated but underrated. The last part of my job, when I was in a different department, was where I got the most appreciation, and it built me to where I'm at now. After I left that job after 8 years, I ended up working at a car dealership. I worked at 2 car dealerships. And I learned how to, what it was like selling cars and stuff like that. Okay. And after that, I worked those 2 car dealerships like 3 months apiece. I ended up coming back to the airport for a year. I started my own business while I was working another job doing the same thing. I was there for 9 months, and then the pandemic hit. They told me March 24th, this is going to be your last day. After that, I already had a business on the side. I launched my business during the pandemic. I went full swing. I told myself, at this point, I will never turn backwards. When they started calling people back to work, they offered me a 3-hour-a-day shift. I told them, keep y'all shift. I'll keep collecting my unemployment. And from there on, I determined that as much effort and pressure that I gave into clocking in and out, I used to walk to work. I used to not have enough money to get on the bus. When I was living in Southwest, I used to walk right from 58th and Greenway all the way to the airport. Hour walk. I don't want to hear shit anybody has to say about I can't get on the bus. My car broke down. I used to walk to work. Every single day. Snow, rain, sleet, over that 36 trolley. We had a snowstorm. There was no buses, there was no taxis, there was no nothing. I walked through that snowstorm to work. And true people that work like that are people who prevail. And 3 years later, I have not had a 9-to-5 job of any sort. I work for myself. And I've done way better working for myself as a result than working a 9 to 5. I have a very nice house. I have 2 nice cars. And guess what? I don't see a day off. But you know what? Nobody gets rich in their sleep. And I encourage more people. And let me tell you something. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Everybody cannot be the chief. Everybody cannot be the Indian. That's why I respect blue-collar workers. I respect blue-collar workers. Somebody got to be the boss. Somebody got to be the worker. It is what it is. If you're the bean pie man, be the bean pie man. If you're the man who cut here, cut here. Steve Harvey's barber. When Steve Harvey had hair, he used to cut hair. When Steve Harvey got famous, stuff like that, Steve Harvey was paying his barber $1,000 for every haircut. When Steve went bald, I know his barber was about to go crazy, but guess what? His barber he got another barbershop. But guess what? He has 3 barbershops. And this man makes over $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Because he decided, look, he believed in himself. And that's the most important thing. I believe in myself. So
True.
To every person that you look at by the color of their skin, by how geeky they look, nobody knows their story. I judge nobody.
Got it.
Factual, man.
So, Dig, if you were going to say, what would you say was your biggest determining factor? What would you, for someone who's on the fence about it and is thinking, hey, you know what? I think that I want to obtain financial freedom. How would you tell them to get over their biggest fear? Because it's a scary thing to just jump out the window and then now you don't have to, you don't have access to that pension. You don't have access to that security and it's all on you. What would you tell somebody who's afraid and would love to actually excel on their own and be in charge of their own destiny? What would you say to someone?
I would pretty much tell them to start off with a book. Pick up a book and write down everything that you want to do. A lot of your ideas are in your head, but they cannot come to life unless they're colored on a piece of paper. Write it out, what you want to do. That's what it starts right there. That's the first thing. If you don't have your book, you need to go to your local Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, buy yourself a journal and write down everything that you want to do. And then you need to look at all those things you wrote on that piece of paper and put them down in an order of importance.
Awesome.
And then you need to see which one is a need, which one is a want. It's really that simple.
Got it.
So
So
what's not simple is executing it.
that is the hard part, execution. We're going to get into that in just a second. But Brittany Randall says, yes, same here. Happy 3 years to us. So she's on it as well. She's getting it in too. Shout out to you for going for your financial freedom and jumping out the window and just doing it, executing. So, Don Terell, man, what were we? What's your situation like? How's your day to day? What is it that you do, and how did you get to that point?
Man, that's a crazy thing. So, I grew up incredibly poor. I grew up in North Carolina. Most of the people who know me, know me intimately, know this about me. I grew up on a farm. From the farm, I went to the military.
What branch?
I was in the Army, so I did 4 years in the Army.
Okay.
Gotcha.
My first half, I was a tanker, M1, A1, A2 series tanks. And then from there, I went to Army Intelligence, and I went to Aberdeen Proving Ground, Maryland, where I was stationed for the remainder of my military service. Had a top secret security clearance, blah, blah, blah. But what I've always done is music. So since the age of 5, I've been playing keys. And I've made some incredible connections over the years. I have had some incredible opportunities through people. So I have, in the past couple years, I've gotten the opportunity to work with Jasmine Sullivan. I toured with
nice.
Chubby Checker. I've had music on the X Factor.
What graduated from high school too?
Oh, so you get a lot of music. You get a lot of production placements.
I have some friends and some things going on.
So I want to ask you about that. What do you think? Do you feel like it's more talent or is it more connections? I know you have to have some talent, but what do you think is more important in making a music placement?
I would say it's 70-30. I would say it's 70% network, 30%. I wouldn't even call it talent because talent implies that there is some type of innate ability. I would say it's 30% skill and 70% network. The network is the hardest thing because it takes an incredibly long time to build a functioning network of people who trust you because people who are in these rooms, people who are
watching you,
who have taken the time to build their network over years, it takes a long time. And so people have to trust you with their network to bring you in their circle and also see you as valuable enough to bring you around people, to put you in those environments and know that you're not going to mess it up. And also, anytime somebody brings you in those inner sanctums, they're responsible for you and you are responsible for their name.
True. True.
Right?
True.
So what's up, Kev? Appreciate you for being on, bro.
Let me get into a comment or two. I'm gonna let you go. But Garage Geek says, I feel that I had so many ideas but never acted on them. Then others beat me to it. I understand that right there because you failed to execute. But it's still not too late because if you came up with some innovations and some ideas, I think you're still going to be able to do it again. You're just going to have to move forward with it. Don't be afraid. What it is that I do, I jump in. I'm doing it kind of like where I'm handing off the baton. I'm still holding it. I'm holding it and my partner's holding it. We're at that stretch where we're still together, right? So you have almost do it like, you're not going to like this. How females do relationships when they're ready to go. They make sure that they got the vine, right? They got the little vine. They don't let go of that one, like the monkey bars. They call it the monkey bar, where they have their hands secure on that one before you let go. So you can do that. It's now with that. Here's the caveat. You are going to be tired as hell. You are going to sleep. Listen. There was a 6-month period where I averaged 3 hours of sleep a night. I would not sleep. I would write a script and then do it until it was time to go to work. I'm like, damn, it's 5:57. I'm supposed to wake up at 6. Oh, well, I guess I can't go to sleep for 3 minutes. It's going to work. You know what I mean? And that's tough. But the reward is fantastic. And it takes away that fear part of it. You know what I'm saying? You still have your financial stability and everything else. And then we got one more comment I'm going to read here. I'm going to let you go back. I'm not going to forget you. Hey, yo, my boy Don. Shout out to you, Kevin Vasquez, for jumping in. True. All right. So I want you to continue on, brother. You got it.
That's funny. So I got the opportunity to work with Jasmine Sullivan. And earlier part of my career, I worked with an artist named Tanya Blunt, who you remember. Most of you remember Sister Act 2. I did
with Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, so
you was on there. You had a placement. How old are you, bro? You just dated yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm 35.
Okay,
so,
you ain't as old as me. So, but that means you were extremely young doing that.
Yeah.
Because that came out in what, the early 2000s or something.
Yes, I've been around, man. I've been around. My boy. Yeah. So in any case, So I definitely have a history of working with different things. Like right now, I'm going to Chicago for Wednesday I leave for Chicago for an opera that I co-composed with the Chicago Lyric Opera.
So you compose opera? What genres are you familiar with? We got to get into that. Give me that list.
Man, so it's funny because I grew up in a church, and I don't know if obviously playing organ every Sunday. Gospel music has a vast range from like semi-classical type feeling stuff, neoclassical type feeling stuff, all the way to like blues, pop type stuff. So you get a good array of that stuff. But then also, my brother is a classically trained clarinetist.
If you don't mind me asking, like, which George?
All right, tell you what. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open the call lines and the video lines at once because we're about to shift gears. I'm actually going to power shift. in a minute. So
Exactly.
I'm just letting you know we're about to switch gears all the way. So if anyone would like to call, the number is 609-666-2995. You can be on live with us if you have any questions or any insight or anything. I did want to read this comment real quick. Kevin Vasquez, our work production. This is all about who you know. Barely talent out there nowadays.
Absolutely. And so Kev is my boy. We've known each other for a few years. And Kev actually, oh God, I don't want to put his business out there. He might not like this. But Kev actually used to work for Netflix.
Nice.
So I hit him up to be a part of this. But he used to do some production, I guess ADR work and like some recording stuff for Netflix. So shout out to Kev, man. Kev, you the man, bro. I do appreciate you pulling up.
Definitely. You get a hacksaw, Jim Duggan, brother. So check it out.
What's that phone number?
It's 609-666-2995. That's 609-666-2995, and it is scrolling at the bottom. If you missed it, there it is, 609-666-2995. There is also a link. If you want to video conference with us, I can patch you in. And, we'll have you as part of the set. If you would like to, go right ahead, jump on in. If you want, it's okay. Just allow us to. It pretty much works like a Zoom call. You allow it to use your audio and your video. You can jump right in.
What's up with the room
at
rooms?
any point. What's that?
What's up with the rooms? I'm all Tesla tonight.
They ready for us to switch gears. GC said, "Go ahead and switch gears." So you guys are free to ask these questions, even if you have them later on about this. Any insight, anything about that? That's fine too. But yeah, we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna talk about relationships just a bit, right? I want to know what you guys' statuses are for one, and we understand that there's absolutely a major issue with relationships today. There's obviously a disconnect between men and women. I want to know, in your personal opinion, who you think is mostly responsible for this issues that we're having, and what we can do about it. What do you think men are doing wrong? What do you think women are doing wrong? Whichever you want to weigh in. I'll let you go first, Terrell. What you got?
Wow, that was a lot.
Yeah, whatever you want to touch on. You don't have to hit it all, man.
Okay.
No, it's a lot.
So, relationship status, I am seeing someone actively.
Okay. How long you been dating?
Wow. Do I gotta get into all the details?
Not all the details, but just a little something. That's not too personal. How long have you been dating?
Listen, I normally hide it. Because I'm just a very private person. It's been a few years.
It's been a few years. Okay. So, you probably still witness some things that are going on today in the dating world, right? From what you see or what you hear other people say, what do you think is one of the main contributors of this serious problem that we have today in dating?
Oh man, thought culture. I think. I am a firm believer.
How about that?
Thought culture.
I'm a firm believer. That, but I mean, listen. I'm gonna be.
Let's go for it, man. Let's go for it.
We're going whole hog tonight.
Let's go for it.
The reality is this: men adjust to the circumstances in relationships that women create.
Preach, Pastor.
Period. 100%.
Okay.
We only react because I think women don't realize that the vast majority of the things that we do to please women in some type of way. In terms of how we dress, how we like. If I had to cut my hair, I would never cut my hair.
You would never cut your hair.
I would wash my hair for sanitation purposes.
Yeah.
But I would never cut my hair.
You would never cut your hair.
Right? Men, and I'm gonna make. Here's a point that I think that a lot of men can relate to, especially if you understand how women operate. Men, when you're in your younger years and you don't know any better, you'll buy sheets and blankets and you don't care what they look like. Right?
Yeah.
You don't care.
I can definitely
care.
agree with that.
Hey, turn the camera towards him.
However,
cut my hair.
right. However,
it was
right?
still styled and shaped.
When you get an understanding of the type of comforts that women want, you will purchase high thread count sheets and you'll purchase nice pillows and candles and things that women like in order to seduce them. These are the types of things that men do. We work jobs to make more money to try to make our women comfortable. We buy the nicest car that we can in order to entice women. So what's happening with thought culture is men have realized that if we can get it for free and have to put in the least amount of effort, then there's no reason for us to lock down a relationship. And now women are starting to realize that with the unlimited freedom that they have, they're actually shooting themselves in the foot in terms of long-term relationships. So if anything is to blame, it's this idea that social media has sold women that, hey, you have unlimited time and unlimited sexual access, and you have unlimited body counts, and you can do whatever you want to in the sexual market, and that's simply not the case.
Okay. Hey, man, that's he just went in right now. He went in on. Let's go. What you got for it, A1 Geez? I want to hear your take on this.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go.
Okay. Sorry. So.
And again, the anyone who wants to call in and interrupt at any time you are not interrupting, go ahead and hit us up or request to be in the conference, and we will allow you in. If you have any ideas as what is the disconnect or why we are failing on in this relationship things, I want y'all to load up these comments too. Please do drop some comments, drop some likes. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead.
All right. So first and foremost, to answer your first question, let's get the sound effect. Let's talk about my relationship status. So,
okay, you want to talk about your relationship status? What is your relationship status, my brother? What do we have?
My relationship status, ladies and gentlemen, is I am off the market.
Oh,
I am
what?
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, we did not see that. Now you're off the market.
I am off the
How off market?
I am off the market. The kitchen is open, but the DMs is closed.
Wow.
Wait, what does the kitchen open mean?
So they can come over and cook, but they can't holler. Come make me a sandwich.
Okay.
That's right.
So
I'm currently in a talking phase right now. Phase. Definitely.
You're not off the market, bro.
I'm off.
No, go ahead.
I'm off the market. Let me tell you something.
Strongly disagrees.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna be able to get into that.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because for me, everybody's different.
Anybody who thinks that once you're in the talking phase that you are off the market, throw a 1 up, or just articulate yourself.
Yes.
If you think that you are not, then throw a 2 up or articulate yourself.
Because for me,
food whoring.
For me, when I'm in a talking phase with somebody, for me it's different. I put all my focus into that person. Okay.
Oh yeah, we'll get it.
You have to put all your focus into that person until you realize that it can't work anymore. You whatever happens after that, you pretty much exercise your options after that. But for me, I put all my focus on one person when I'm talking to somebody. I'm a one-woman person. I don't like to be outside.
I have so many questions.
Yeah, we do.
So
Let me jump into these comments. Food whoring. Elaborate, please. These broads out here vicious. That's from GC. I'm going to get into that. Naruto plays. Shout me out. There you go. You got your shout. Shout it out. Right? Okay. He said it again. We're not going to do that. But women brag about taking advantage. They do. They do.
I think that's a great.
I did shout you out. I did. There you go, bro. There you go. And you get a hacksaw introduction. All right. Now, I'm going to let you finish, bro. Go ahead.
Okay. And the issue, the things that I look for, as well as the problems that we have in today's modern dating culture. 3 things: respect, okay, communication, and I'm gonna say 4 things, okay, mutual level of understanding, respect, peacemaking, mutual level of understanding, okay. So I'm gonna start off with those 3 things. Those 3 things equals love. Love is not a category. I feel like if you love somebody, you respect them. Okay, you will give them a mutual level of understanding. That means agree to disagree, and The problem with that is a lot of men are not heard. A lot of men don't like to have a conversation with their significant other because, one, they don't feel comfortable due to the fact that they can't get anything through to their partner. That's the first thing. The second thing is that men complain about why they can't communicate is because of the natural state of attitude. We know women are natural emoters. And us as men, we're not supposed to show that side of emotion so the public sees us as.
We got another comment here, and this one makes total sense.
I'm listening.
A huge one missing is accountability. Thank you, J. Kim. You were absolutely on one with that. Now, we did get a question about. I'm gonna go back to that real quick. We have to. You said broads are taking advantage, man. Let's get it. So, let's get it. He wants to talk about food whoring. Now, basically, that's what that is that these women are going on dates with dudes for free. There is another name. There's plenty of names, but we know what we're talking about. I'm explaining it for everyone. We got basically women who will go out on dates with several dudes. They'll hit Tinder up. They'll be a predator on Hinge or whatever, and they'll set these dates up with guys who they're not necessarily interested in, right? And what they'll do is they'll sit them down. They'll have a date. They'll go to and order the most elaborate things off the menu. They want the illest steak. They want the nicest bottle. They want the nice juicy bottle of wine. They want the scrumps, the crab legs, the everything, right? The dessert, stuff that they don't even eat. And then they're going to take back a huge doggy bag and never call you again. And never call you again. And never call you again.
Goodbye.
Like, that's just what it is. So they're getting away with it. And I'm going to tell you something about something. Unfortunately, you need to blame yourself for being taken advantage of. I mean, it happens. If it happens to you the first time, okay, cool. But like in real life, you're supposed to be able to discern these type of things. And I understand that we all can't. We're not all going to do well at this because I learned the hard way about women, right? So it's expected in your early 20s and before that, you learn the hard way that certain women will take advantage of you, right? There's simple ways to avoid that before you have to be able to discern that type of thing. What I always instruct people to, men and women, stop punching outside of your weight class. You should know what you can obtain by a certain type, right? You need to actually understand choosing signals. These are more important things to discern. When you go ahead and you chase a woman who's not necessarily interested in you, and she doesn't offer the engagement first, and she's not really into, like, and I understand people could play that game, but it's very difficult. Your best bet is to get your XP up, right? Get your experience points.
Absolutely.
Right? You're going to have to take a lot of L's. You're going to have to take a lot of L's in the beginning, but the quicker you do it, and the more you do it, it is. I'm trying to breeze through it. I definitely offer my one-on-ones and everything too, right? But in a nutshell, go with men or women that are interested in you. Don't chase people. If you're not getting the type of women or men that you like, improve. That just means you don't qualify. Stop trying to punch outside of your weight class.
1,000%.
Right? I know you got something for. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
I'm trying to
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yo, listen. First thing first. Absolutely. When it's in terms of men, when it comes to men, gentlemen, do not approach women who are outside of your weight class. I think that's essential, right? Know where you stand, know where your standing is, and what qualifies your weight class. It's definitely your look, right? Mm-hmm. Right? It's definitely your look, and then it's your income, right? And then, and a part of that, to be honest, is your height. But height is sometimes negligible if your income makes up for it.
Yes.
Look at this.
Yes.
We're gonna be real honest about that.
Look at this. Somebody said, absolutely. That's like you making $200 a week and she went a millionaire. You still try.
Here we go. Exactly.
So now, in terms of women, here's the problem that I see with women.
Go ahead.
Here's a few issues. Number one, women, do not take your hater friend out with you.
The piranha. The piranha. Do not bring the piranha.
Don't take the op out.
Other woman with you.
Do not take the op.
And everybody knows a woman who is like this.
Yes.
And usually she's the most unattractive.
The piranha.
And she's always the one who is C blocking.
Yes.
Right?
Goaltending.
She is
Matumbo.
She is running defense and ain't nobody playing offense. Like she is the
look, you know what though? If that's the case, you just have a dude. I specialize in piranhas, bro. If you soften a piranha, because here's this. I don't want to go all over the place. I'm gonna try to focus, but I must tell you this because this is important. I specialize. I was the ultimate wingman before I retired. The ultimate wingman. I specialize in the piranha. Whoever was the hardest one, I will go after them because I'm going to. If you soften up the piranha. There's always a chick who's down. Yes, there's always one chick. There's always one chick who's down for whatever. There's a chick that's on the fence, and then there's the piranha. If you soften up the piranha, it's game time for everyone. Here we go. Take them out for coffee or somewhere simple first date. Lower than $40 bill and get to know them. I understand. I understand. And then we got a female's point of view. I don't want to leave him out. Here we go. August. What's up, August? I don't see the problem with having options during dating stage. I'm pretty sure he's dating other women also. Nothing is exclusive during the stage unless they establish that. You get an ultra combo, August. She's talking about your situation, A1 Geez. She is.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but August, I 100% agree.
And guess what?
And I know you have your situation, bro, and I know you feel the way that you feel about it, and I 100% respect that. What I will say is this.
Northern Place says right.
I believe that
you're right,
for
bro.
the vast majority of people, they should not do that. And the reason is because most women, especially if they're somewhere between mid-20s to early 30s, they're still playing the field, and they have a plethora of options in their DMs, in their inbox, in their Hinge, in their POF, in their Tinder, any other social media they operate under. They have hundreds, if not thousands, of options who aren't you.
Just put it like this.
So limit your investment into that.
Yes, women swipe right on Tinder 4.5% of the time. It's actually about 23 times harder for men to obtain women as it is for because they have so many more options. First of all, when you get into these dating apps, they're 80-20 sausage fest. Let's go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the guys are paying for it.
Naruto Plays says some of them are players. Yes, some of these women are players. You are absolutely right, my brother. You get an ultra combo. Yes. Yes.
And a lot of them, and I'll be honest with you, bro, the older we get and the more this thought culture continues to take hold.
Somebody said, and the cock block always be ugly.
Yes. That's why we call them the piranha.
But the reality is thought culture has allowed women to have an inflated sense of ego. And women conflate their ability to sleep with men with the interest of men. So what happens is, it's basically like almost any time you date a woman in her mid-20s right now, it's really almost like dating a stripper. And I don't know if you've ever dated a stripper, but I've
dated plenty of strippers, probably about two. A couple.
And
never mind. I don't need to go there.
You are 100%.
But enough. Let's just say enough.
Yes, exactly.
I'm scared to put this finger. I'm like,
you are 100%. In this day and age, any woman that you, especially if she's on social media.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
They're like, you dating
that word dating. Let's not look. I had situationships with strippers. I haven't dated strippers. Like, that's a no-go. No, I don't date strippers. Just first of all, that's out. I don't date. I never dated strippers. I had situationships.
Did you pay for
What do you call for?
Did you pay for dinner?
No. Going out. Look, man. Let me tell you. She thinking about going out. I'm thinking about going in.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what are you
but
talking about? Like,
especially when you with the stripper, you know that it comes with the price tag.
no.
It never comes with the price tag?
No.
Never.
Listen, let me tell you
Never.
something. Let me tell you
You never
something.
pay for anything.
Let me tell you something.
Time,
Here-
energy,
wait.
You pay.
Hold on, bro. Let me tell you about something. Now you will lose your time. You can't get away from that. You can't not lose your time. But this is what I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. My first video that went viral was this. I'm going to tell you this story, what happened to me. And I told this story on my homeboy, Afi Kingdom, like on his page. Shout out to homeboy. He was one of the first major hitters to actually invite me on his show to get interviewed. And what I was saying was, I got my heart broken twice at 15 years old. And I realized I was doing something wrong. Because I'm like, damn, I didn't blame it on the women. I was accountable for it. And I said, how can I improve? And I didn't know how to improve. Right? I did not know how to improve. So what I did was I said, I'm going to have, but I've always been a problem solver and I've always been extremely analytical. So what I did was I started to date a whole bunch of women just for the purposes of polling, right? To see, all right, let me get my analytics. Let's get these statistics and see what it is that I'm doing so wrong. Right. And I tried it out with different types of women to see what type of women I would do well with, different strategies. And I had so much data. The more women you have, the greater the sample size and the deeper your accuracy, right? So I said, all right, it was over a dozen. We'll just say that, right? Mm-hmm. That I so happened to be dealing with at the time, right? We're not saying all were sexual, but okay, great. Some were, yes, but some were just practice, right? You're just practice, and that's fine. So with that, right, as a byproduct, yeah.
Until you get married, they're all practice.
Okay, so check this out. As a byproduct of me dealing with all of those women at once, I didn't have the amount of time that I needed to devote to them. I didn't have the amount of effort that I needed to deal with them, and they all started to treat me better. So I found out on accident that less is more. The less you give a woman, the more she's attracted to you. The more you pour into a woman. You introduce yourself to a woman, and then you say, we're going to go out to a 3-course meal, 5-star restaurant, all this. Yeah, okay, guess what? Now you're in her phone as wallet. You are now wallet. So or women pick these guys. Women pick these guys that they are attracted to. Some might just be for looks. Some might just be for attitude or game or whatever. And I ended up having game on accident because I didn't have the time to devote to these women. So that made me seem more attractive because I was harder to obtain. You know what I'm saying? Women are attracted to, not to say I was messed up in any of those areas. I still did my thing. I still made sure I was groomed and dressed well and had some type of bread, but I wasn't spending my bread. So I say that to say, no, it doesn't cost anything. I've not dated. I keep saying dated, but no, I've had some situationships with some strippers.
That's called a Freudian slip.
Whatever you want to, hey, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I don't want to get too explicit, but we call it what we want. But what I did was very little, the bare minimal, and I got the most out of it. And these females would actually show me dudes that they're dealing with that are actually paying and didn't respect them and said, this guy's a dummy, this guy's stupid, look, this guy keep hitting me up. They laughing, good morning text. This dude sent me good morning every day. Ha, ha, ha. Right. I'm like, damn, this is cold. This is cold. Ooh, it's cold. Go ahead.
Can I interject?
You may.
There's two things here that are extremely relevant.
Go ahead.
Pay attention, man. The reality is this. The vast majority of women are addicted to attention.
Yes.
When you pique their interest in the initial phase and then you take that away, what happens is now they're wondering what they did wrong.
Withdrawal.
And it elicits an emotional response. So now you're absolutely right. They have a chemical withdrawal to the serotonin that you created on the initial encounter. So they're looking for that again. So
that dopamine hit running low, bro.
Your attention.
You start off how you finish.
1,000%.
You start off how you finish.
So if you are looking, like, and this is any woman, and if you, and all you got to do is look at the data. It's really simple. If you go on Instagram,
I gather plenty of data.
How many women are like, I don't want to be objectified, but they take selfies.
Objectifying themselves.
They will literally objectify themselves.
Hold on.
They go to the beach half naked.
Let me say this. How many women, and I did a survey on this about like 3 months ago.
Go ahead.
I did a survey on how many women would prefer their man or social media. 80% of this survey ruled in favor of Instagram.
Social media because they get that attention.
She
belongs to the streets.
Women will swear that I dress up like this for me. You dress up for the attention.
Yes.
You're going out because here's the thing. If there's I just want to go out to the club and I just want to dance with my girls and have a great night. No, you want to go out because you are guaranteed male attention.
Guaranteed.
They're the same.
And I'm sorry, hold on 1 second. And the possibility of a new, better option.
Yep.
They're the same ones. They're the same ones, right? Complaining about their DMs being flooded. Yet they're the same ones exposing these DMs, putting them on social media like, look at this dickhead.
It's akin to covering yourself in honey and walking into a bee farm and wondering why the bees are attacking you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna mind my business though. I'm gonna mind my business and sip my liquor.
Stupid.
Oh no!
Look,
I only cover myself in honey, but the bees shouldn't be attracted to me.
This goes
Look at that.
This goes back to what
it said post a picture
Kim
with
J
your
was
ass
saying.
out and then be like, why the fuck y'all in my DM?
This what goes back to what Kim J was saying. Was that Kim J that said that? Who said accountability? We got to get back to that because I need to put that back up.
Somebody said that. That was a good
accountability
comment.
was missing. Yeah, we are. Yep, it was J. Kim. He said it right here. A huge one missing is accountability. Women don't like to be accountable, right? Even when they go ahead and mate with the guy, right? They want it to be the guy's fault.
Mate.
They will.
He said mate.
So they will literally make it your fault. They don't want to be liable for it, right? They want it to be your fault. If you ended up mating with this woman, it's all your fault, right? They want to make sure they'll give you subtle hints and that type of thing, but they want it to be your fault. Like women won't generally push up on you. Not to say I haven't had some go hard and really, really, really put themselves out there, but in general, they get in your way. They get in your way. Like when you start, and the biggest way to attract women of a higher desirability, right, for you, your best bet is to improve. I promise you. Start getting your money right? Make sure you look good. Make sure you smell good. Make sure that you carry yourself well. Be confident. Experience will give you confidence. I can promise you that. Absolutely. In the beginning, you're going to have to take some L's, woman. You can't be afraid to take an L. As a man, you have to take some L's. Most of us are not born with skill. Skill is something that you develop, right? Game is something that you develop. A lot of people act like they come out of the womb and they just macking off rip. Right. No, it doesn't work like that.
Somewhere
it doesn't work like that.
Somebody contributed.
I mean, if you are a what they would call a genetic celebrity, that's different, right? You got the square chin, you got the biceps, the curly hair, the whatever. That these women are like, okay, that's different, and that happens. But very few of us are like that, right? So most of us got to work some type of game. And I've seen some dudes with the genetic celebrities that have completely bombed it because they were so arrogant and so cocky and or awkward that they just would turn a woman off immediately because women have a million reasons to reject you, and they will look for one. We look for reasons to get women. Women have so many options come at them that they find reasons, frivolous reasons to reject you, like a double text or, oh, he clingy, or, oh, he don't have any money. Oh, he's only 5'10". I like 6'2" guys. Like, it's so many frivolous reasons. Or, oh, I don't like his hair a lot. He's too dark skinned. Oh, he's too light skinned. I don't like them. They punks. Like, it's just so many reasons for women to get rid of you.
The one thing that they will not deny, and I love this part. So, because we know we live in thought culture, right, gentlemen? And and this is sad, but listen, for real, at the end of the day, you should be trying to get married. But if you are between the ages of 25 and 35, you should be playing the field. Just going to be really honest with you. You should be playing the field. And the thing is, you gotta get good at playing the role.
Got it.
The reality is this. Women love imagery. If you look like
they do.
the things that they desire, they will give you the thing that you desire. But that takes
Now,
time
when
to
you
do.
say look like, what do you mean? Because there's always the saying that men are visual creatures and blah blah.
Oh,
blah.
so are women, but in a very different way. Women are looking for money.
Gotcha.
They're looking for the image of success.
Got it. Okay.
Men are looking for the physicality, the physical beauty of a woman. Women are looking to see, do you have the things? Do you have the money? Do you have the material goods that I look for in a man?
Do you have your own car? Do you have your own crib?
Do you have your own car? Do you have your own space?
Are you staying in your mama's basement?
Right, exactly. If you get those, bro, I'm gonna be real honest with you. If I could go back to my 20s right now with the knowledge that I have,
oh yeah, no.
I would be
You
killing
know how many of us would
be renting an
destroying the world right now if we could do that?
Airbnb every single weekend. Be like, yo, come over to my crib, because you can get a cheap Airbnb. Like most places, you get a nice cheap Airbnb for around $50. So now you presented the image. You presented the imagery of having your own place. And if you live in a city, you don't have to have a car.
I was just about to say, hell, half the time, most of the motherfuckers won't even know it's an Airbnb.
Right, exactly. However, first of all, you can rent cars on Turo.
Yep.
So you can rent a car for the weekend. You can rent a spot for the weekend. And it ain't nothing to go to Ross or Gabe's or TJ Maxx and get a fly outfit for under $100.
They ain't gonna see that
you can have a full outfit all the way from top to bottom.
And they ain't gonna see the barcode on that rental car.
Exactly. So the reality is, if I could go back, let me tell you, at least once a month, I'd be having parties. Everybody come to my spot and, have a big Airbnb for about $50 and in my car and invite other people, get my network up of friends. Listen, if you are a young man, frequent one nice high-class bar every week, even if you just get water or maybe some fries. And I'm going to tell you how to determine that. This is what I've learned. Mm-hmm. How to determine a high-class bar. Look on their top shelf and see if they have scotch. If they don't have scotch, you're not in the right place.
Uh-oh.
I look for...
Today I got time, cuz.
I look for Macallan.
Okay.
If I see Macallan scotch, I know I'm in the right spot. I know I'm in a classy bar. Now, once you've established having a rapport with the people at that bar, because you will eventually get a rapport with the people at the bar, now you can bring the girl there, show her a good time. Back to the Airbnb in the Toro car.
Oh, he got a whole plan going on over here. Hold on. He got a whole scheme over here. What?
He did switch places.
And she could be the most beautiful woman that you've ever met, and she'll fall for it every time because she's looking for the imagery. And you could only be making $12 to $15 an hour, and you can pull this off.
Wow.
Tell me how many broke niggas pull that shit.
It's all about how you carry it.
So wait, bro, I want to know what bar? Can you name like 3 decent bars or a couple? Just a couple.
I got some place. All right.
So it don't have to be your top spot, but just a couple. Go-tos. We trying to advise men today, man. Let them know one at least.
I'll tell you one. I got one. Well, I don't know if you guys familiar with this one. Just the other day, I went to Blue Brook, which is on 57th and Lancaster.
That's Philadelphia. For those of you who are not familiar,
I had I fucked up, y'all. I had 2 shots of Bacardi, 2 shots of Casamigos, 3 shots of Henny, and on top of a cup.
He thought he had the iron stomach right there.
I thought
he
I
was
had
mixing
the
all
sauce.
types of nonsense.
Disrespectful.
So where's your go-to
cognac
spot?
A cognac with a brown with the clear. Like, I fucked up.
Yeah, definitely. So where's your give us at least one good spot, bro.
Okay, one good spot that I would go to if I were in Philly is the W.
Okay.
The drinks are cheap. So the W Hotel, and here's the really cool thing, and I'll say this. A lot of these hotels, especially the ones downtown, have bars inside of them where wealthy men go to.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't have to stay at the hotel.
you
You can
have
just
to
literally go to the bar, and they're not going to be like, oh.
You don't have to be in the hotel. You don't have to be a member because the bar is anybody can go there. So I would go to the bar. and I would.
So what hotel would you pray
W.
on? The W. Okay, got
The
you.
W. I would go to the W. The W has an upstairs bar and a downstairs bar. The upstairs bar has an outdoor. I think it has an outdoor pool.
Oh,
Like
damn.
an outdoor kind of like fish area. It's either a pool or fish area. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Some type of aquarium.
But it's
Okay.
a very nice venue where very good-looking women go, and they have very nice clientele. High-class people go there.
Okay.
Right? You're gonna want to dress up when you go there, but that's an experience once you get in with the people who work there that no other man will be able to offer this woman.
Got
Right,
it.
right.
Okay,
It's a
okay,
very
okay.
unique
Right.
experience.
So we're gonna get into something else right now. I want to know. So it's kind of related. Are you do you go after a particular kind of woman? Like what do you have a twist? Like do you have a preference of what type of women you date?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So you date everything.
No, I have. So I've had relationships with Bahamian women, Russian, German, Chinese, Dominican, Puerto Rican. I have.
Oh, so you you taste the rainbow, huh?
And let me say this: these are not low quality, like any old throwaway.
You're not digging out the bottom. You're not digging out the bottom of the barrel.
No. We only do any woman I'm gonna be with is at least a 7 and up, for sure.
7 Up. Okay,
sure.
okay.
And I have the receipts to prove it.
Got it. So, in your experience, which do you enjoy the most and why?
Oh God, all right. So, the German girl was crazy.
She was crazy.
100%, she was worse than any American woman I've ever been with. Will not do it again.
Oh, Jesus.
You wouldn't
It was a
date.
great time.
I got nothing but
sexually.
time. I got
Well,
nothing
you
but time.
you most you know. Wait.
That story is that's a whole hour-long thing by itself. I promise you.
Damn.
I got enough drink in my cup. Let's go.
But the best, my top-rated women, Dominican and Chinese, for sure.
Really? Why?
1,000%.
Why?
Because they are traditional.
In the sense of
in-
what? Being submissive or
In
what?
the sense of being submissive, you walk in, you come home, there's food. These women will lift you out of the mud, will help you when you're down, will not judge you, and are comfortable with you leading, right?
Okay.
You don't have to fight to lead the relationship.
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay. So they have
and
way.
I will say this, and I want to say this very clearly to all the men who are still listening. If a woman tells you that you have to handle her, the only thing that you have to handle in life as a man are problems. Think about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything that needs to be handled is a problem.
Let me ask you this.
I'm not into
No, that's game.
That's
game. That's game.
I have nothing at all.
No. See, men don't have to have nothing at all. Especially black men, because we're rare. That's the thing you got to look at. Like, okay, so for instance, let's take the price of eggs right now. You look at eggs. What happened with eggs? When there was
Supply and
a lack
demand.
of eggs,
Supply and
guess what?
demand.
The
Supply and
price
demand.
of eggs went up. There is a
$9
lack.
$9 a carton.
There's a lack of good, strong black men. So guess what?
Yesterday's
Your
price is
value-
not today's price.
Your value is intrinsically higher solely by the fact that you are a rare commodity. Then you add on the fact that basically anybody in America is one in the top 2% of earners globally.
Well, I understand that, right? But at the same time, there's a lot of people who just don't desire black men in general. Which is wild. And the one thing that I talk about sometimes is that even women of the night will literally exclude black people. Believe that. Like, literally. If you ever looked at the ads, which I've been to the ads, I don't trick, just so you know. Don't even try it, but I do research.
He treats.
No, I listen, bro.
He don't trick
You can say it if you want to, but those who recognize. But I've definitely seen the ads, and I would wonder why they exclude. I mean, there are some reasons, right? They afraid
yeah.
of different things and everything, but no one else is excluded.
Right.
No one else is excluded.
Well, I think
Except
there's
for
a
black
couple. I think there's a couple.
I've even seen black women exclude black men. Like, I'm like, well, damn. We're the only ones DQ'd out here. We're the only ones
There's a
disqualified.
couple things. There's a perception of not being safe.
I was about to ask
Yeah.
you why you think that is.
There's a perception that because of the way the media portrays us, because of the way movies and TV and even Instagram often portrays black men, there's this misconception that number one, we're broke.
Hold on.
And number
hold
two,
on.
we're violent.
Hold on.
And neither of those things
Yeah.
are true
Neither.
Hold on.
in mass.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Well, we've all seen the movie Color Purple.
Yeah.
So
what
you
is
think?
that?
Oh,
What
so you
does
think
that
that that's a major contributor to it?
It is the contributor to it.
I don't think it's
I don't know
the
if it's
singular
the-
contributor. There
That
are
movie,
lots of
that movie
contributing
was the surge of disrespect to black men.
No.
No.
What?
Telling you,
What?
The
What? Do you know
era.
what? Do you know what year? Do you know? Do you know what year that came out? What year did The Color Purple come out? Any mod in here
90-something?
drop the year, but
Yeah.
men have been disrespected far before that. Let's stop.
No, I'm saying when they made that movie,
It didn't help. I could say that it absolutely
that's
was
what I'm trying to say.
detrimental. It was absolutely detrimental.
and they made
However,
they made that movie. They made that movie to actually promote the pain that women go through and make it seem like that they were like the victims of black men.
And yeah.
Yes.
No, I agree with that.
Absolutely.
But so let's put some facts on the table here. In general, in most populations, especially in the United States, for real, only about 1% of the population are actually criminals in general, right? Then we got to go look at the reality of the fact that 64% of black men are in the middle class. So we're not broke. And if we're in the middle class, that generally means we're also not criminals. So that's at least 64% right there alone, right? But the reality is this. There are lots of women who look at us and they don't feel safe because we generally have bigger stature and then our darker skin and if you want to know a real contributing factor to this, the TV show Cops.
oh yeah, that was that was crazy. Yeah,
Somebody-
bad
TV
boys,
show
bad
Cops
boys. Yes.
Put black men in one of the worst lights ever. And we don't even make up if you look at raw numbers, if you look at the raw FBI numbers, approximately 70% of all crimes are committed by white people. Just the raw numbers, right? White people commit more. I mean, and I'm not trying to make this about race, but what I'm saying is, in order for us to take back our image, we have to know the raw numbers. You got to know the raw numbers.
Yeah, this is true.
Right?
Understood.
Can I ask you this? And it seems like an obvious answer, but I'm just going to ask anyway because the answer's not for me. It's who's watching. Do you
Ask. I want y'all to ask some questions if you have any insight.
My live says he on some Chris Brown shit. Don't like black females. It's crazy.
Put the number in there, bro.
Wait.
Because I want to hear some calls. I want somebody to call up or video conference.
I want to look you dead in your Instagram eyes and let you know that I love black women wholeheartedly. I love black women. Okay.
Call that number, and if you want to rap about it. I want
incredible black women in my life.
Got it.
Some incredible black women in my life across all industries.
Got it.
So no, I don't dislike or hate, and I think that's a big thing for black women is always feeling like that if we date other people, we don't love black women, and that's simply not true. It's just that the perception of black women of me, how they've perceived me for so long, has been that, oh, you're a nerd, you're a geek, you're this, you're that, you're not thug enough, you're this, and then it becomes, oh, you must be gay, this, that, so
you get that sometimes
because I personally do not tolerate that in my life. What I will do is opt to not deal with you in a romantic level. I would rather deal with someone who can appreciate my masculinity, who can appreciate me for who I am, who can appreciate my intellect. I don't have to produce enough thug in my life. I don't have to be extra gangster. I don't have to
hyper masculine, right?
I don't have to be all of that. I can simply be myself in my masculine male frame, right? And exist, and that's enough man for the women that I deal with. As I said, I refuse to have to handle someone, and I'm certainly not going to babysit anybody's emotions.
So,
and the black women in my life who know me intimately know this about me.
Got it. So let me ask you: you've apparently had some experiences that brought you to that conclusion, right?
Sure.
So would you explain what got you to that point? Like, was there some particular experiences that may have brought you to that?
There wasn't any one particular experience. I mean,
but there had to be a couple that
of
resonate
course.
with you, right?
It started out in high school. You know, in high school is where you start getting, you know, obviously you're going through puberty and you're becoming yourself.
Got it.
You're starting to discover who you are.
And there's a lot of awkwardness and different things.
Obviously, you know, my homies, they were approaching women, they were getting women. But they were more geared towards quote unquote the street. Now, ain't no real streets in North Carolina, but what is representative of the street in that, you know, in that area, that's, you know, what they were. And so because of that, and because I was an intellectual, I was the president of the SGA, I was in theater, I wasn't an athlete, you know what I'm saying? I had, you know, I was a 4.0 GPA, and so I was an intellectual, right? I was in AP classes. I wasn't actively dealing with a whole lot of black women. So what happened was, in my interactions, I wasn't black enough for the white, for the black girls, but I wasn't white enough for the white girls. And so I found myself in an interesting conundrum in North Carolina. It wasn't until I got out of North Carolina that I realized, oh, I'm a hot commodity.
Got it.
And women of other races would approach me. So I said, okay, if you want me and you like me enough to approach me, why would I struggle with dealing with even the women of my race, as much as I may love you?
And let me say this: there are incredible black women out here.
Hey,
right
that
now.
that 267 number, man. Call back. I apologize. I don't know how the heck I missed that, but we're here for it.
Now. That's why I'm off the market.
My bad about missing the call. That 267 number just called. Call back. I'm on it. I was really in. I don't know why.
There's good black women out here.
But listen, this GC says we got to talk about black women dismissing intellectuals. I think he just covered that like crazy. And wait, let me see. I wouldn't say that they're attracted to thugs, but instead say that there is too much emphasis on swag. Yeah, I could absolutely say that, right? And a lot of
those swaggified dudes end up being shitty fathers too busy looking for more prospects out in these streets.
That's true. Absolutely true. GC got it. Anybody, whoever that was, I'm sorry. Anybody wants to call in, or definitely do the
Big Moochie Shaw.
Definitely call in. My bad. I'm sorry for missing your call.
Nah, call back.
But definitely call back, and I want you to I want to hear your insight. We apologize for missing it, but it didn't ring. So once in a while, that's Google Voice just for you. So hit it up again. I'm looking at the phone, so I'll see it come through. Anybody who wants to call, or a video conference as well. Absolutely. If you want a video conference, go ahead. You're coming nice and clear, and let's get into it, because this is real. We got another one from GC. He's definitely passionate about this joint. I know quite a few brilliant black men, all doing well for themselves and active in their children's lives, all paired with women of different race.
Bro,
and
that's
tough.
Many black.
That's tough.
I have a friend who I won't say his name.
Okay.
He is a medical professional, black man, Harvard grad. Does not date black women because of how they treated him in high school.
And that's unfair.
I have another friend who is a incredible musician. Does not deal with black women because of how they treated him.
All right, we got a call coming in. All right, take it to the streets TV. Chew the fat with Smoove. What's happening with you? Oh, I thought I answered it. My bad. Take it to the streets TV.
Hello?
Chew the fat with Smoove. What's up?
Yeah, I called back. What's up?
What's up? So what you have for what's your name and your city first off?
My whole thing was, my name is Shy.
How you doing, Shah? Pleasure to meet you. Thank you for joining in and being willing to weigh in and discuss this with us. What's up, Shah? How you?
No, my whole thing is like when he was like, what? He only like Asians and Puerto Ricans or some shit like.
Okay.
That's still discrimination. Because he said, oh, they submissive. Majority of females are submissive for the right person. It's just not them. That's like us saying, oh, yeah, I want to Puerto Rican men because black men are deadbeats.
No. Conditional submission is not submission. Either you're submissive or you're not. Right? That's the first thing.
But that certain race is not the only people that do that. A woman would be submissive to a real nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a nigga. I don't quantify myself as that. What I said.
Well, I mean, a real man. I'm gonna say that. You like that better?
Okay. Well, not even that, because a real man is just a biological male in my terminology. In my eyes,
Oh, damn.
How it's defined.
Hold up. I don't know if she got cut off or hung up, but if you you're definitely welcome to let it go. If you do call back, I'd like to. I want to let her just get her whole thought out, right?
Okay.
And then we could respond. So let her get her entire thought out, because, like I said, we're welcome. And what I don't want to do is I definitely don't want to have an assault on any woman, for that matter, right? Or any particular race or kind of woman or whatever. But I want to get to the bottom of it, and I hope that females would be willing to jump in and talk that talk. Because let's get to the bottom of it. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I think of this, right? Here's what I think of this. I feel like there are women who don't have positive male figures in their lives, right? Because generally, women who grow up in a dual-parent household, and I really stress that dual-parent household, y'all have no idea or maybe you do, but I'm just here to tell you, it is legitimate. It works wonders, and it's not foolproof. You can have it, and it has to be a functional home, of course. It can't be a home with two parents that suck, right? That's not going to work. A functional dual-parent household is different. I feel like the woman's role in a son or daughter's life is vital, as is a father's, right? I think for your best chances of outcome, a dual-parent household will usually...
That's a statistical fact.
Yes, it is a statistical fact, right? So, women are looking for something, right? And they don't necessarily have an idea of what is a masculine figure, a positive male role model. And it's not their fault that they learn that later on in life, right? So these type of discussions, these type of conversations, we could go back and forth. And listen, we need to hear from each other, right? And I feel like that's the main problem that's the disconnect, is the communication, because women aren't like maliciously just saying, "Oh, you corny," but they don't understand that how vital that is to a relationship, and they don't understand the significance or importance of that type of a man until later on in life. Right. Sometimes it might be in their 30s and stuff, but this is like post-wall, geriatric pregnancy type and all of that. And if you are a man who's dealt with this, let's say you're not, because we're not all born with the same type of chill. We're not all born with the same type of cool, and we're all going to perform differently, right? A lot of who I have become is, in all honesty, my alter ego personified, right? And this was just part of what felt like I was doing wrong, and it's no longer. And it's no longer being disingenuous, but it was an important part that I had to develop of myself, just for conditioning. Just like you learn how to fight if you were in jail or whatever. It was part of survival, right? But I'm more comfortable in this space, so it really is part of me. But I literally had to change myself, which is crazy, right? But it worked. And adaptation. I did. I had to. I adapted. But what I always preach to people, and I'm not saying you should change yourself, but if you don't like the results you're getting, improve in whatever category you see fits. In that particular instance, it worked for me. And just between my experiences in life and different things, I developed into something else. But I lacked the experience. I was very green and hadn't had these situations to be able to make the switch. So I can't say that black women are being malicious about it. We're going to throw that out the window. Some of them just develop and later on would love a person like what you were back then, right? Because they see the importance of it. They see the value in it. They see you got a guy that's got his head on his shoulders, right? They got, you get into the bread, you'll be able to raise children properly, right? You would want to stay and your child's life, you would want to raise them with your wife, right?
Right.
And stability, that type of security becomes more important. But the idea of masculinity is what's wrong. There is a perversion of masculinity that women are attracted to as young people, and it's not specific to black people, but it is something that many black men feel in their own culture, but when they go outside of their culture, they feel a breath of fresh air. This is a whole nother thing. This is why the passport bro movement exists. And I have mixed feelings on that. I almost feel like when you are a part of the passport, like if you go there to have fun and you're doing your little tourism, right? Like females do their tourism too, right? Miami Beach and blah, blah, blah. Jamaica. Right? Now, but if you make it a lifestyle and you quit on where you're from, right, and go
to another country,
habitate somewhere else, I think it's weird because you're going to give your whole life up behind chasing women. It's like, bro, it's almost like you're playing for the minor leagues. Right. You're looking for a place where you have an advantage rather than improve and do well where you already are. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to move for other reasons and so happen to run into that as a byproduct, that's cool. But if you are literally doing it for the purpose of women, I think it's corny. Like
I look at it like this. Like I look at it like, all right, so they see no other option like within the country. So I want to travel the world to go chase a woman.
Absolutely.
I think that's absolutely corny.
Yeah.
You think it's corny?
Just to go across the world, just to chase a woman that you believe is going to respect you. How many people are populated in the United States?
About 330 million.
330 million.
Okay.
You have to cut that number.
Of all those women, black, Asian, white, Latino, Hispanic, whatever you name it, greens, beans, tomatoes. Of all these women in the United States, you can't find one woman that you can get along with, that you gotta travel the country for somebody who speaks a different language.
Yes, but there's another side to that because it's like a needle in a haystack. It's not to say you can't find one, but many women can't find men either, right? And they only outnumber us by 2 million, so they should have some type of a chance, right? But it's still a situation where it's not very easy to find a suitable mate because you have to align culturally. That's a big deal, right? A very big deal. Religiously, like which kind of yep. That all kind of sums up into like culturally, right?
And the disconnect right there goes right there at the religion.
Where does your moral compass point?
Not really. And certain countries are.
I'm talking about the United States.
No. So what I'm saying is, in other countries there are religious aligned. You know, like Jamaica is obviously very Christian.
Hey, they're sitting there having a little trouble hearing you guys. Put your mouth. Pause. Put the mic as close to you.
Wow.
Your mic is this. The entry point is here. So talk into that. You'll be perfect right there.
But so going back to what she said, I want to say this. I never excluded black women, but a lot of black women excluded me.
Okay.
So to that end, I moved on to who was including me. You get what I'm saying?
And that has nothing to do with a race.
And that has nothing to do with the race. It has everything to do with attraction based on similar interests.
Okay.
So I never excluded. Like I said, I have some amazing black women in my life. I love them dearly. But going back to this point, I think that part of the reason why the passport bros do what they do is part of it is just travel. Some guys just want to get out.
Nah, if you know about what's the name, Halloween, what's his name? What's his first name? You know the like he's not the leader, but he's like the spokesperson for it.
I have no idea who
Austin Holloway.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he's that guy. He just got ran out of Brazil because the feminists attacked him. Then he got death threats and everything. Now he fled to Thailand because he ruined it for all passport bros over there.
I really believe that some guys just want it. They've never been out of the country before. They want to get out. Then they go and they have a good time.
There are some that do that, and that would be what I would consider tourism, right? What's the name? GC says facts, Don. He definitely feels what you're talking about here, bro.
Appreciate you, GC.
So does Nordo plays facts, bro. They definitely on it. And but we need a resolution, right? And I can tell you why. I feel like culturally we need strong families, right? And that is that togetherness is what makes your foundation strong, right? If we can't work with each other, we can't get along. We're going to be the weakest. That's why many of us are at the bottom, because in many metrics, right? Because we can't work together. We can't cohabitate. There's so many things that we can't do, right? And there's such a disconnect, and it's perpetuated by us and outside.
Can I say this? The problem that we have with that when it comes to families, and this is my perspective that I came up with. First of all, when it comes to families, all right. On my platform, I teach like the 5 forms of relationships, right? There's your significant other, couple minutes if you can. There's your family, there's friends, there's business, and then there's the most important one, yourself. The problem that we have in family relationships is that people hold on to the foundation that you were built upon. And the problem is, family is it's a standing point from like where you come from. That's fine, but people hold on to where they come from and are too busy not focusing on what families they need to be building. They're so busy. You're so busy with you holding on to your mama and your father. You get what I'm saying? That Absolutely. You put them before your significant other. And I've asked this question far too many times. Are your baby mom, your significant other, and your mother, who comes first? Who comes first in the order of when you being an adult? Do you know how many men out here are putting their mother before their significant other? And their mama was already grown when they was born. Their mama was already grown when it was age 18.
Yes.
Their mama was already grown. And the problem is because these mothers are raising their sons to be their husbands.
Or their daughters to be their backup plans. A lot of women
This is why we have a lot of weak men.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely some responsibility.
And they come from single parent households.
Yes. And
80%.
And guess what? I can understand why many women would not have confidence in a lot of men that are available, because they're not on their purpose, right? They don't have the tools to work, right? They don't have the foundation.
And they condition these men. These mothers, they condition their men to believe that their father wasn't in their life whole time, that the father probably don't even know that their seed is born. Okay, what happened with Tupac? Tupac didn't even know about his father. Okay, Tupac didn't know about it. Remember that song he made, Dear Mama?
Yeah,
that song that he made, he thought his father was dead. And if I got this wrong, I apologize. But this is the story that I heard on Tupac. When Tupac got killed, okay? Tupac got killed. I heard 2 stories. One that he never got to meet his father. Another story that I found out was that when his father was on his deathbed, that's when Tupac found out about his existence. Okay. What happened with this story was that he was always on his mother's side because he was raised by a single mother who conditioned him that his father wasn't shit. And this is far the case in a lot of women, Generation X. And these are coming from mothers who themselves can't hold a man. These are coming from mothers who themselves are miserable because they couldn't handle their own life. So they want greed, they want power, and they want every child that's there. They don't want them to grow up. This is the problem that women are having with particular men. We're talking about a kind of man. And these are the same men, okay, that are pretty much cock blocking the good men that's out here busting their ass, okay? And they don't get to see the light. They don't get to see the light of day of a good woman. Some of these good men, they get to see women after the fact, after they have children, after they have you get what I'm saying? And it's a shame that it is like that because these women look at some of these kind of men and they thought that they were good men, and they find out later on we can't even blame the women. We can't blame the men. We have to blame the parents. But the problem is when you turn age 18, you don't gain self accountability. We still blame our mothers after age 18. We're a child inside of a man's body. We are a child inside of a man's body. And we have not yet conditioned ourselves to realize that we're age 30, age 25. We are still conditioned inside of the mother's womb as an adult.
Just think of it like this. What structure do you know that works without a good foundation? You can't build on anything without a good foundation. So fathers are, at least more so in a man's life, right, or a young boy's life,
right?
They are vital, right? Period. So if you don't have your father as part of the picture, fortunately, I was able to have my father in my life until I was grown. You know what I'm saying? And my mother. So I understand the importance of it, right? There's so many life lessons that you learn, and just seeing an example. And my work ethic. My mother worked like ridiculous too, but I've definitely saw my father do it. There's times where he worked 2 full-time jobs for years, 8 and 8, like straight up. You know what I mean? Like so for when somebody gives me excuses about they tired and they're not trying to do it, I grind. I do it a 9 to 5. Then I do my thing at night. And I do content creating in between. Like, it is what it is. You got to go hard, man. It is what it is. But I learned that from my father. I learned how to work on things and see that men are supposed to do stuff around the house. Men are supposed to protect their family, right?
Absolutely.
Love their mother, love their children. Like, there's certain things that you're just going to learn by seeing that positive example. So, I hate to see when fathers abandon their children, because that child is going to be missing a vital component to his livelihood.
Sure.
Period.
I will say this though, and I'm going to turn this back on black men for a second.
Okay.
That the average black man is a good father, statistically, right? CDC did a study. Black men are the most actively engaged fathers in their children's lives.
I've seen that. I've seen that statistic. Go ahead.
But even more so, there is
my uncle
there
was
is a rash of women. Obviously, I gotta have the caveat: this is not all women, and this is across all races, who weaponize their children in order to manipulate the father. And a lot of fathers just give up because the court systems are against them.
They are designed to shut the men down.
The court systems are
AEI,
vastly outdated.
When I talk about this,
it's archaic. It's completely irrelevant to today's standards. That's one thing that absolutely needs to be updated.
That you get the same results if you have a single father versus a 2-parent household.
I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, look right. Self, family, significant other, business, right, and family, right? AEIOU, and sometimes Y. Guess what the Y is? This is the 6th form of relationship. When I say AEIOU, sometimes Y. Their relationship is with the government. Absolutely. The government is designed for women, period. The government is designed for women. Food stamps, public housing, okay?
Well, It's designed.
Child support.
It's designed to weaken the man to the point that he has to become a worker bee. If the woman no longer depends on the man and the man cannot depend on the government, what does the man do? He has to work. He has to work to pay child support. He has to work to pay off any debts that she accrued with the government.
You take your license, your passport.
And they take your license, your passport. You're not able to. You're not able to leave the country, right? You're not able to drive, so you're always constantly in debt to the government.
The hamster wheel.
I spoke to one of my old shows, and this bastard said that she literally would not get married because she's actively with the dude, but she said she will not get married because she cannot collect child support.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
What a bastard.
And essentially, in terms of the government, you basically got to prove that she is on some type of hard drugs or she is harming the child in some type of way before a man can get custody, even though we know that the outcomes are better than a single mother.
But better for who?
For the child.
Yeah,
but the outcomes are better for a child.
Now think about
if
that.
They're raised with their father, or
equivalent
to a.
I know that's that,
household.
but what I'm saying is, think about that. Better for who?
Oh, the government.
You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Better for who?
Absolutely.
Like that. That's the question. That's the question.
Absolutely.
So, a lot of this is by design.
Money, you'll find the culprit.
Yes, exactly.
Follow the money,
Exactly. Follow the
of the
money. Oh, speaking of follow the money, this is one of his famous quotes. Scar just jumped in. The courts feel no obligation to make things easier for nobody. You gotta force them, threaten their jobs. True. That is so crazy because that's the first person I thought of who said follow the money, because that's definitely one of his joints that he rocks out. Shout to the homeboy Scar, moderator. Let's get it. Got a bargain as a group for sure. Absolutely. GC. I understand.
And that takes economic power. And economic power comes in the form of money.
But think about it. It's almost like that commercial. You can't get the car without the job. You can't get the job without, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't get the education without
It's
that.
let me put on
Right?
this rabbit hole for a second, right? You gotta have economic power to do that, right? In order to have economic power, you gotta have families.
Got it.
In order to have families, the women have to voluntarily be in line with the men. The reality is, from what I've seen, right, and women are like, oh, y'all not y'all granddads, y'all don't do the same things y'all granddads do. 99% of bricklayers are still men.
Yep. That's a fact.
Over 93% of all trades in general are still men. Black men still work in the trades industry. The reality is, men are still men. If you look around you, the world that is constantly being built, the buildings that are being erected in any major city, the roads that are being repaired, 99% of the time, the mechanics at the garage shop, the farmers, the vast majority of all these hard labor jobs are still men. So who really changed?
And that's by choice, because there is the rumor of, no, we don't get equal pay and blah, blah, blah. Women do get equal pay. A lot of people say that. I've had so much of that in my comments from postings.
Actually,
it's
women
illegal.
40 plus actually make more than men on average in their jobs.
Yes.
I just found that stat out today. Once a woman hits 40, she actually makes more than a man in her field. So the average woman over 40 is making approximately about $40,000 a year. The average man is only making about $47,000 a year after 40. So women are actually making more as they get older, which is fine, an average job. But the thing is, women don't want to be equal unless it benefits them.
Yes. And women don't want to do the dangerous jobs that men are willing to do that pay these high prices, these fields in the trade, like you were saying. Like, they don't want to be a coal miner. They don't want to be a lineman that climbs poles for the electric company that will pay you. You don't have to have a college education for that, right? They don't want to do that. Right. There are more in law enforcement and everything. But then even when you look at that, the testing isn't even the same. So that's not equality. Right. They have a different standard.
It's a dangerous job.
But how dare you pay them less?
So dangerous jobs. You know
let's see what we got here. Opportunities Global. Just say it, y'all. 3
gay men advocates.
Well, listen, dude. First up, I mean, okay, that's cool.
It's okay. It's okay. It's always somebody. And this is exactly what I was talking about.
It's all good. It's all good. No, it's okay. You're welcome. Hey, dude, if you want to talk about it, the video line is open. If you're not a coward, or you could call up. We got the phone, or if you want to video chat, and if you really want to talk about it. But if you want to do it in the background, that's cute too. But if you really want to go for it, come debate for real, and you could make your pick on who you'd like to for real. You better not pick me. But we for it. We for it. We for it. Bring it up. Bring it up. First off, I'm happily married to a woman who happens to be black as well. So anything that y'all think y'all could come with, pause. You can't. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Detractors are welcome, though. I'm a hybrid, bro. I'm fueled off of the love and hate. So let's get it. Let's do it.
I'm fueled off of pure hate.
Let's do it. Let's get it. If y'all want the low frequency, I am for the nonsense. Let's not. Y'all, he must not know about my old content. I am for the nonsense.
Bringing them low vibrational plates.
Listen, I am.
With the ribs and the macaroni and cheese.
Yo,
I got greens, peas, tomatoes, pork, chicken, lamb.
But it's all good. No, you're definitely welcome, and you could do it. I'm not going to block it. I'm not going to remove it. It's all good. Everybody's opinion is valid, but you're going to have to prove it.
There are not a lot of spaces that are advocating for men.
Yeah.
If you're mad about that, go find a space.
And I will guarantee you, I will put whatever money you want to put up. Whatever money you want to put up, we go to whatever venue you like, and I promise you, I'll pull way more. I'll triple whatever you think you could pull in a night. I will triple it, and I'll put bread up on it. Let's do it. That's where I'm coming. Keyboard warriors. It's all good. But no, that's how it goes. Like I'm like, come on.
This is when you know you're getting famous. When you get trolls, you're getting there.
It's all good. Let the trolls.
I make it famous.
But it's all good. You can definitely bring it in though. It is what it is.
Pull up. I'm good with that.
We for it. I see they didn't call or video chat either. You could definitely conference in, and we could go for it. But
it's always gonna be a troll somewhere.
But no, the idea is to repair it though. In all honesty, I want to repair it. I'm good, right? Me personally. So this ain't about me. This ain't about me being angry or none of that. I'm good. I'm happily married. I've been married for 16 years already. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. I'm cool. I have 2 beautiful children, boy and a girl. I have a rich man's family. I got nothing to complain about. I'm great, right? But what I want to do is I want to help other people, right? I want to help society, right? I want us to be able to have a platform for these open discussions so we can have this dialogue, right? And come to a peaceful resolution, because the idea is for men and women to get better, right? And you can't. Unless we have these type of discussions, which are going to be heated sometimes, they're going to hurt your feelings. There's going to be some accountability involved, but they're necessary. It's a necessary evil. We must talk about it to be able to get anywhere, right? And if I can't tell you what's wrong with you and hold you accountable to it, then no. If my friends, look, any one of these moderators, right? I'm just gonna keep this for instance, right? These moderators, anybody you see with a wrench on their name, they tell me when my stuff is trash, or nah, you shouldn't have did that, or I don't like that, or maybe you should. They're going to do that, and I respect it, because how can I improve if they don't tell me when I'm wrong? You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to take constructive criticism if you want to improve. If you think you are beyond constructive criticism from a reasonable person who is genuinely not hating, then you are never going to excel in life. You have to have people around you who are also doing well and understand what it is that you're trying to do and are in your corner and want you to excel. They're going to tell you sometimes when you're garbage. They're going to tell you when you're corny. They're going to tell you when you did something wrong and how you can do better. And us as men usually can take that, and we're supposed to be able to take that. If not, what are you here for?
I'll tell you like this. Things like this are equivalent to the elders of the tribe that we had for thousands of years.
Oh my gosh.
We have needed these.
Hey, yo.
Hold on. I hear wait. I got to give him a different one. Hold up. Opportunist is mad because his boyfriend left him for a dirty hoe. So mad at the world.
Another one.
I got to give him a DJ Khaled for that, bro.
Another one.
You get a DJ Khaled for that, bro.
Another one.
Congratulations.
And another one.
All right, Scar, that's an awesome singer. Let's get it. All right, what we got here?
So he said,
Wild
damn.
His name is Chiduji. Okay. I'm calling y'all. Oh, you calling it? All right, call. All right, did you? Let me see. Did I miss another call?
There's a delay on
This,
between you.
no,
two,
there's
about
usually
10
no. There's
seconds.
usually a ring though. There's usually a ring.
So
I
he might
didn't.
not have called yet. He or she. I'm sorry.
If you are calling, we. Oh my God! Can I unlock this piece? If you calling, go ahead and call it. I'm with it. Oh yeah, damn. Somebody is
did
calling.
call.
6:30. Shoot a fat with Smoove.
Yo,
What's up? What's up? Who we got on the line?
Hey, yo, what's up?
What's happening?
I'm good.
All right. What's your name and your city? Shout your name and your city, man.
My name is Deshaun.
All right. How you doing, Bay Sean? Where you from?
I'm from Atlanta.
All right. From where?
Sound like you said Atlanta.
You said Atlanta? All right. Well, what you got
Yeah.
for us today, man? What you got for us?
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta.
What you got for us today, bro?
I was just calling for fun, that's all.
It's hard to hear him.
Yeah, I don't know. Say that again, please.
Well, what did you say?
No, I was saying, what you got for us today? Did you have a question or you had a comment?
I was just calling for fun, that's all.
No, I was saying, what you got for us today? Did you have a question or you had a comment?
I was just calling for fun, that's all.
All right.
I was just seeing if you was like calling.
You wanted to see if we were what?
I'm hella confused.
Yeah, I can't right now. I mean, if anything, you could definitely text it in if you know. I don't know if it's ESL or English as second language. I could understand if that's the issue. That's fine. Or maybe you got nervous. It's okay. Don't even sweat. I appreciate you calling anyway. But it's whatever. You can definitely text it and I'll answer it that way too. Just wanted to pop up and show some love. Hope y'all all what you guys are. I appreciate you, Jay Astro. What up? Jay Astro. You know what I mean? Friend to the show.
What's up, Jay?
What up? What up? What up? What up? You already. Number is on ticker. Yes, it is.
CHD.
The number's at the scrolling ticker at the bottom.
Jay Astro and the hizzy.
Yes, sir. Jay Astro. Scar, my boy, miss y'all, man. Been working 7 days a week. Barely got time to breathe anymore. Woo, that's crazy. But I
That's right.
feel your pain.
My man is in here.
Tell him to call up. Pull up.
Earn.
ATL, what up?
Yeah, he's bro.
I hear you,
my
bro.
mic is not
Keep talking
all the way
them
on.
deep breaths. Enjoy life and take. All right. Wait, what we got? What? Somebody else want to call? And definitely, I want to see somebody do the. Got to get it together before calling. True. I want to see somebody jumping with the video for real. That'll be dope. The video. Let me show y'all how clean this video is. Come in and jump on in, and we'll talk it out. Especially if you got something on your mind. Like if you have any insight, we can revert back all the way to the beginning. I definitely want this question and answer. I want this open dialogue. Any women in the building for sure are certainly welcome as well. If you have a point, a gripe. Even detractors are welcome to jump on in if that's what you want to do.
That's right.
I'm
ready for the detractors.
because I'm ready for the smoke too. So that's all gravy
I'm
as well.
especially ready for the detractors.
But we don't think y'all detractors are ready. That's the point. But
It's like
I'm going to get back to what we were talking about. So I definitely did want to bring that up. I don't want you to feel like you got set up, but I know it is what it is. There's something to discuss because it's something that we ignore. It's the elephant in the room that we don't feel that connection, right? There's a lot going on. Thanks for answering. Not sure why my voice was muffled on the call. I was on a speaker. That's why maybe. Yeah, the speaker, yeah. If you want to call back again and you got it together, if you have your point or your question, that's cool. Or if you wanted to try the video link, I texted it in there and it's in the description. It's in blue. If you just touch the blue link, anyone who wants to do a video call in, as long as you have a cell phone with a working front-facing camera or computer, whatever, sophisticated or not sophisticated, if you have good bandwidth, you're going to be fine as long as you have a good Wi-Fi connection or 5G, 4G connection. As long as if you can commit if you can do a FaceTime call, you'll be fine calling with us on this. All right, it's just like a Zoom call. All right, so yeah, if you want to try calling again and you got it together, we're for it. We'll gladly talk to you. Loving this new life. All right, I'm happy for you, Jay Astro. Hopefully you could come down at some point. We're doing this Men's Day thing. I'm probably gonna do it once a month here, and it's going pretty well. So anybody who does have any questions, if you want to ask us about any topic related to men, period, we're for it. Believe me, we have 3 very knowledgeable men who have some XP in life. The lowest here is what? Low 30s. I'm 43. We have a little bit of XP on our side.
Oh yeah, 30.
Yeah, so we're ready to answer any of your questions.
I just want to say this again.
Go ahead.
I feel like this is gonna have to be said a lot.
Go ahead.
We don't hate black women. We don't hate women at all. I know I don't hate women.
I don't have to say it. I'm married one.
Like
I love my
right,
chocolate.
exactly.
I don't have to say it.
But
vanilla
you know,
black women.
it's always. I feel like there's so many, especially when women join, they feel like because we're saying, okay, there are areas
I'm gonna
that we feel like you should improve in.
Well, here's the thing.
That it's hate and it's not.
Here's the
it's
thing.
not bad.
They don't feel protected,
My thing
right?
is-
That's one of the major gripes. They don't feel protected, and the problem is a lot of times when we're able to have this open dialogue, it's in the public, right? And not only us watch it, everyone watches it. So, and for the most part, there's a lot of gripes, and we express our gripes. It's for the greater good, but it's sensationalized,
And for,
right?
for me, like me in particular, I don't discriminate, but me in particular, I would love to date in my race.
Have you dated outside of your race before?
I only tried it once.
You tried it once?
Once.
With what?
Puerto Rican.
It didn't work out?
Nah.
Okay, and you would not. So you're saying you would not. You are very loyal to black women in general, or totally now, or what?
I am because I am. There are good black women out here. There are good Chinese women out here. There are good something out here. They're out here.
100%.
You cannot extra yourself outside a specific race because you choose to say that there are not good black women out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
There are here's
Hence the birth of the passport bros.
right. Here's the thing. The thing is, it all depends on your demographics and your experience. Where do you live? Where is your geographical location? Right? Because if let's say it like this: if you live in Wisconsin, as a black man, what's your experience with black women going to be like? It's going to be incredibly limited.
Right.
If you live in Detroit, your experience with black women might be vast. However, it might be considered
My thing is
ghetto, right? Considered, and I'm putting that
go
in quotation
to
marks.
go to
Yeah,
any
because
metropolitan.
the D's gonna hit you up, pause,
might be
and be
considered
like,
that.
wait, what you talking
It
about?
might
You
be
calling
a
us
very
out?
ghetto
Look. Go to any metropolitan area. Okay, Chicago, Baltimore, Philly. They will tell you that these women in these metropolitan areas are not for them. But if you go to areas like the Bay Area, if you go to Houston, if you go to Miami and stuff like that,
Miami.
these women are foreign to them. Okay, they're foreign to them. It's a foreign concept.
Miami's a different space. Miami's a tourist.
Yeah,
area.
Miami.
So the
Miami.
vast majority of women that are there, they don't live there. So I don't really count Miami as a good representation of
You
black
gotta
women.
see.
What I would say, I'll give you this,
Go ahead.
like Atlanta, like certain sections of Atlanta, or like Bowie, Maryland, not
Okay.
PG County.
and not College Park.
Right.
Not College Park.
But those areas, you will find some incredible, astute, educated, incredible black women. But of course, this is something that I didn't find out until later in life. I had to travel. I had to get that XP. You know what I'm saying? I had to get experience to experience these types of women in these types of areas. But of course, generally I was passed through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was a flyby situation.
Service or whatever. So it was different. So I didn't get to have long standing relationships with those kinds of women.
And my thing is, you don't have to go the passport route. You could try the things within the country. I even tried long distance dating. Remember that chick I was telling you about from Texas?
Okay. Yeah. You can talk about it a bit. I see Cuban J just jumped in the building.
I only got 2 words for it. Never again.
Yeah,
Never again. You know, long distance
don't
relationships are outrageous, bro. I can tell you right now. Yo,
never again. Never again.
You basically pen pals. It's like when Jenny used to write Forrest Gump. Like that's what you're getting. You're getting letters. You're not.
It's,
you know
there's no intimacy there. That's
letters.
nonsense to me because you're investing your time, your effort,
And sometimes
resources.
even money. And whatever you do if you're in a long distance relationship, I'm looking right in the camera. Whatever you do not send money.
That is the stupidest thing you can ever do.
When you are dating long distance and you ain't met that person, let me tell you something. You are in deep conversation with her while somebody else is in deep in them guts.
Yes,
100%
exactly. That is right. That is right.
Listen, that could be a short distance relationship, and the same could be true.
You are the pen pal. You're on the phone. But guess what? She at home right now.
Shut up. Why you clapping?
She getting hers. She is getting hers right now. Somebody is getting theirs off.
Yes, it ain't a rose. It ain't.
And she is getting dug out by somebody else. And that's another thing. Why are we talking about this whole women thing, bro? Here's a problem, and this kind of leads into why men have this really horrible view of women sometimes, because women purpose you, right? When a woman meets you, immediately she's going to purpose you for whatever she sees fit, right? And usually how you lead. If you lead with your wallet, yes, you are the wallet now, right? She doesn't see any other purpose outside of that. She's not attracted to you, but she's attracted to your money. So that's what she's going to do what she can to get that particular resource out of you, right? Some people she like to talk on the phone, like you that long distance relationship, you were the pen pal. You gave her that emotional attention that she's addicted to.
I just feel like I could talk to you.
Yeah, she said that doesn't mean anything.
She said, look, find a man that spends money on you, all right? Find a man that gives you good conversation. Find a man that gives you good emotional support, okay? And most importantly, make sure these 3 men don't know about each other.
So he's just a friend, and the reality is
if you're in a long distance relationship, you're off it. Yes. Well, he replaced it. Get out. Yes, absolutely. I completely concur. That's that. Like there's a long distance relationship is one of the stupidest things you could do with your life. I mean, if you are already with someone prior to it and it might be a temporary situation, I can dig it. But you meet somebody long distance, it's nonsense. It's nonsense.
I'm personally not mad at the passport bros, and I never will be. Here's my thinking. I believe that you are entitled to be able to find love wherever you think you can find it. With whomever you think you can find it. If you feel like you need to go to the homeless shelter and pick up a fixer-upper human and get them listen, then that's what you do.
I'm gonna tell you what I feel like the only end game. The problem I have with the passport bros is what's the end game? Because okay, are you going to resituate yourself? You're gonna relocate behind a woman? That's bad. That's crazy to me because you're used to a lifestyle. Now you have to deal with a third world country. You don't have the same type of Wi-Fi even or amenities and amenities that we take for granted. You're gonna downgrade your lifestyle. You're gonna downgrade your lifestyle. Get away from everything you know, your neighborhoods, your people, your everything behind a woman.
Everybody wants a complex lifestyle,
and that's fine.
American lifestyle is very complex. It's a first world country, but it's incredibly complex. We have taxes. If you own a business, then you have separate taxes. If you make so much money,
now what I'm saying is,
you have to get licenses for certain.
And I think that. But guess what? But that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. If you were already in flight of America in general, and that woman so happened to be a great byproduct of your flight from America, cool. But do it behind the woman, right? And then the other end of it is you can't bring them over here because it's only going to take them about 6 months unless you're going to lock them down before they adapt to Western civilization culture, right? And
there are certain women who will stick to their cultural norms. I will say this: German women do not.
Okay. and that,
Gentlemen, beware.
and that's your PE, but
the German.
it might be. I think that all women are susceptible to it, right? If you think that they can't, I'm very familiar with plenty of immigrants, and every one of them had to do some type of adaptation, right? No matter how you spin it, right?
Sure.
So you're taking the chance, and in all likelihood, she's going to pick up some negative attributes that you will never appreciate,
Right.
just from being over here, right? So I think it's a very high risk in order for the investment that you have to put forth in order to obtain this particular woman, right? So me personally, like I said, if you're doing it for fun, I'm not saying I'm completely against it. As long as you know what the consequences are, potential consequences are, and you accept that, fine. But I don't want you to go in there thinking that it's all gravy and you're not going to have to work for this. And if you translate to a loser over here, and then you go over there and you're still broke, you're still a loser, you're still not attractive, you're still not that. Women are attracted to many things biologically, right?
Power.
Western civilization, there is some different things culturally in the how they treat their men sometimes in a lot of cases, right? There is not as well as you would be treated. There's not the same thing because men are still expected to do many of the things that we did, right? The provisions aspect is different, but we're still expected to be chivalrous, right? We're still expected to be masculine in most cases, right? Sometimes hyper masculine.
Modern women, especially Western women, go off of what I like to call the 6'6" standard. Okay, you must be 6 feet or taller. Okay, you must make 6 figures or more, and pause. You must be 6 inches or longer.
Jesus Christ.
Well, my man.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
How can you even? how can you even determine that? Like you, by that time, dude already scored, so it's like too late.
Right.
You know what I mean? How do they measure it? And I've heard. Listen, there are some ways. I know chicks are sitting in your lap or looking different things. There's certain ways that they can kind of tell or have a gauge, but like
The sweatpants.
you can't.
I agree with that to a certain degree.
Okay.
And then there's a certain degree of that to which I don't agree. Agree. Really, the biggest part is if you exude
Pause.
confidence in any arena, then that gives a woman that a perception of power and money.
Yes, confidence is. Listen,
So
there.
that's why there's so many, oh God, I hate this term, but the Pookies and the Ray Rays. Right?
The Pookies and the Ray
Let's
Rays.
talk about the
Term.
Pookies and Ray Rays.
The Pookies and the
That's
Ray
Smoove's
Rays,
favorite line.
who may not fit into any of those categories. Because I know, like, of course, you live here, like I live here, and there are quite a few Pookies who ain't 6 feet tall, who don't got a six-pack, who ain't got nothing going for them, but they be pulling women
Left
left
and right. Yep.
because they understand the power dynamic and the demographic of these women. And they may not make more than $200 a week
They may not have. They may be living in their mama's basement.
doing illegal activities.
Damn.
Living in their mother. And I advise you as a man,
They selling
if
drugs
you
on
are
the corner.
if you are risking your freedom and you're only making $200 a week, it's time to consider going to McDonald's.
No.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you, women in general, right? They don't get with a Pookie or Ray Ray and feel like he's going to be like that forever and are going to be good with it, right? There are some women who feel like they are going to be able to nourish him, right? And it gives them a sense of validation to take this broken man and be able to fix him, like Jada Pinkett, right? She had a broken man, and her, according to her, right, her perception because of what she thought a man was supposed to be, right? So she figured she could fix
$300
him.
million
And that's
man.
why
That's why she's still in love.
but
That's why she's still in love with
Tell
Tupac.
it.
That's why she's still in love with Tupac.
And that's why
Let
she
her
picked
tell
up August Alsina, right? Because she's attracted to broken men and fixing them. It gives her a sense of validation, right? That's one part of it.
Ain't nobody
That's one part of it.
ain't nobody
And
calling Jada
there
for
are a
movies
lot of
unless
women.
we'll co-sign 'em.
There's a lot of women who are afraid of structure because there is a sense of responsibility that is required by a man that has it together, and not many women, not every woman is ready for that. If you get with a guy that has his stuff together, right? He has all these options of women, right? He's not going to tolerate nonsense, right? The little bit that you're supposed to do, or the much he requires of you, if that's not done, he's not going to tolerate that because he doesn't have to. And so when you decide to deal with a man of that standard, you're going to have structure with you, and they understand that, and they don't want that. They don't want to have to deal with someone that's so serious, right?
Modern women are addicted to leveraging the power
Somebody tried to
dynamic
call
in
in.
their favor.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to restart.
Call back.
this,
Somebody in my group chat said
That
they
was
tried
a
to call
bar.
in.
Y'all missed it.
That was
Yeah.
it was
Run
a
it back,
dude,
bro.
It was a dude calling.
Modern
You want to
women-
answer his call? Call him back.
Modern women
He got a
are
lot to tell.
addicted
Call back in. Tell him to
to
call back in.
leveraging the power
Why is it not coming
dynamic in their
I'm about to
favor.
close the.
That's
You
why
see
a
any
lot
missed
of them
calls?
won't deal with a
No.
man who has
see,
his
wait, let
stuff
me see.
together.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
call-
him to try again real quick.
That is 100%.
Tell him to try again real quick.
He probably don't see my message. You want to call him back?
Nah, just tell him to call back in. It's all good.
Yeah.
Just tell him to call back in real quick.
Y'all missing the bars, but the audience got it. So that's all that counts.
I'm here. I'm on it.
Spitting bars over here.
But
Yeah, I'm calling them now.
I think that's the major issue, is that a lot of women are not ready for this type of man. It's not that easy to deal with that because they're going to expect everything from you. That's a problem for some women.
and if you're looking for a
Yo, bro, call back in. They waiting on you now.
So
if you're looking for if there are ladies in still here, if you're looking for a high value man,
He about to tell you.
might
He
not
about to
be
tell you a
the
story.
only
Listen to him.
one. And that's just what it
he
is.
should have did the video joint too.
You might not be the only. If you're
Here we
looking
go.
for a man that the market has determined.
Here we are. My bad. Take it to the streets, TV. Shoot a fat with Smoove. What's happening with you?
What's going on, family? How you?
How are you? Very good, very good. What's your name and shout your city, please?
Oh, what's going on? It's Mr. A-Shine from Philly.
You said Mr. Akon?
A-Shine from
Oh,
Philly.
Mr. Ashon. I got you, Mr. Ashon. What's up? Shout to Philly. Philly up in this building. Let's get it. All right. So what you got for us today, man?
Oh, man, I just saw my man Geez was out in the world. So I was calling him to see what was up.
What's going on,
You
man?
got anything on any of these topics out here, man? Like what we've been talking about, the state of dating, the women, what the major disconnects are, why we suck at relationships right now. What's going on with you? What you think about that?
You know what? Just something, I don't know necessarily what you gentlemen are talking about, so I apologize if somebody touched on this already.
Go
I
ahead.
think one of the main things that we have a problem with out here in the world, it's going to sound crazy, but men are out here forgetting they miss.
They're forgetting their what?
It's something that I like to say all the time. Like, I tell people, don't forget they missed it, because regardless of what you deal with out here with these women or these situations you get into, you got to remember you a man first. You got to remember you being expected to lead the people who don't really know how to follow. You got to remember a lot of these women weren't raised in situations where men were present.
Oh yeah,
As
yeah.
much as they
Yep.
think they know everything about what we got to do to be men, they don't know.
And I definitely touched on that for sure. Absolutely. That's definitely a W for you, bro, because that is absolutely it. We just did go over that where we were talking about the absence of a father. That's why I say it's imperative that the fathers are a part of the child's life, whether you agree or disagree. Fight for your custody rights, and I know it's difficult, but it's necessary. Be involved in your child's life however you can get it.
There's no excuse not to be around for your child.
Absolutely, and that's a major part of it. That's a major part of it. And the women are going to be attracted to you as long as you're on your purpose, right? If you're on your purpose, you're doing what you're supposed to do. And what is your purpose? Your purpose would be just on your job. What are you doing for income? How are you making sure that your family has the things that are necessary for you to sustain life, right? Or can you put food in the fridge? Can you make sure you have some reliable vehicles, a home, a place to rest your head, right? Can you pay the light bill? Can you protect them from danger? Can you advise them? Can they feel safe with you? Because the main thing that a woman is attracted to a mature woman, right? A woman that's really about something that is desirable. What her main focus is going to be is security, right? Whether it be financial security, whether it be physical security, whether it be emotional security. They want to be able to be at ease. They actually are happiest. Some of the most happiest women on the planet are the ones who rest in their femininity and let their man do his part, right? And some of the most miserable women that I ever meet are the ones that are masculine, right? Because women are not designed to be masculine. It's not the way it's supposed to be. And the happiest women that you're ever going to see in your life are resting in their feminine energy.
Bro, what's
and
really
there are
interesting?
actually women out here who are begging to be in their feminine energy. They are begging men to step into the situation they need to be in for them to be able to just sit there and be like, I want to be a woman.
In other words, you talk about the soft girl era.
And here's the one thing I do want to say though. One thing that I'm gonna tell you one thing that Don Terell said earlier that made perfect sense, right? Your femininity can't be conditional, and I'll tell you why that makes no damn sense, right? You can't come into a relationship and say, I'll be feminine for the right one. That's nonsense. Because if me as a man, if I run around here feminine and then I'll be masculine for the right one, how many women am I going to obtain that way?
Shit.
When you use that logic, I'm feminine the whole time, right? I'm doing all the things you do as a woman. I'm running around here. I'm getting these man bags. I'm going here manicure my nails, and I'm all here being, I want to go put this dress on or whatever, right? Anything that y'all women do, I'm gonna go get my man weave and all that. I'm about to be feminine with you. I'm not going to attract many women that way, and I can't tell them no. I'm just waiting for the right one so I can rest in my masculine energy. That's not how it goes. So if you can't expect a man to do that, then you should not expect a woman to be able to do that either. No. You know what I'm saying? So what I would encourage women to do is be feminine by default, right? And I understand that you have to do certain things in the workplace and everything else, but that has nothing to do with when you get home, when you're interacting with men. It has nothing to do with that. No matter what it is that my job position is, I never bring work home, and I don't bring home work. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's more difficult for women to compartmentalize as men do, but that's something that's very necessary. You have to maintain your femininity.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Go ahead, bro. What you got?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, well, yeah. I agree with everything you just said.
Got you.
And my main point was saying that was just saying we can't control their side of none of that.
No, we cannot.
They're not willing to follow the correct man. They're not willing to learn and grow with. We can't control any of that. All we can control is our base and where we stand.
Absolutely. And with that, I would definitely say as men, we have to make sure that we are worthy of a woman trusting in us, right? We need to be on our job. We need to be on our purpose. We need to be a good example that you would feel confident raising children with this man, because I really understand that he would be a good father, right? So when you want a good woman, and a lot of men, I'm going to say where a lot of men go wrong is they feel like a woman is supposed to be your support system. Yes and no. Yes and no. When it comes to the household and making you whole, okay, I dig it. But as far as you financially, that's not a go. As far as you emotionally, men really need to have a grip on their emotions. I don't think that you should, and some people may find this to be controversial, I don't think that you should rely on a woman for emotional support. It's great if she can do that, but Absolutely you must be able to maintain that on your own. You shouldn't need a woman to hold you down emotionally. You shouldn't need a woman to hold you down financially. That's just not manly.
Everything she's giving you is supplemental.
Yes.
Not necessary.
Elective. Damn right.
The fence should hold up the bird. The bird can never hold up the fence. You are the fence in the relationship, and the woman is the bird.
That's right.
Did you just call all these women out here birds?
I did. But
Birdman.
You're not wrong.
Rubs his hands like Birdman.
Nah. I
post
think
should
it
be
does.
grounded. You're supposed to be grounded, right? You're supposed to be able to hold her up. She should never hold you up. The only thing that you gotta lean on is other posts,
Yes.
other fence posts.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you gotta fall, you fall on the other fence post, or you fall on the ground and you get
We
back up.
fall.
All about that foundation. All about
man.
that foundation.
Yeah, for real. But definitely, we appreciate you for calling in, man. Thank you very much for shouting us out. And
love you, boy. Be safe out here. Bro.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for representing Philly. All right, take it easy. Bet. Yeah, man. So that's where we at with it, man. I'm gonna give room for one more caller if it happens.
see.
That's cool, but I want y'all to.
A lot of people calling in. Let's go.
You got another one?
Let's see. I'm gonna look.
Oh,
That was
okay. It's
story
all good.
two.
But what I want is I want y'all to give what you got because we did run over a little bit, but it's all good. We can do that. There ain't nobody behind us.
Hell, that sounds
Well, you
good.
know,
We was here till
I want
11.
y'all to any thoughts that you had about today, what you would give for a message for anybody, and let me know. Yeah, what you got for today,
Okay.
or anything that you feel like you may not have had a chance to fully
Express.
articulate.
I don't know if you want to hear that, cause
Go ahead.
I don't. So
I'm ready for
Go
it.
ahead.
I just all right. I think I'm gonna save it for another show. Because the people that know me in real life, who know me in person, know that I'm incredibly cutthroat, and I don't pull punches. So I want to play nice, so that I can get invited back.
Well,
So-
listen, man, we speak our mind on this side. As long as you ain't saying anything negative about me in particular, or when G's
I
here, I
wouldn't say
think.
no. I wouldn't say anything negative about anything in particular. What I will say is that number one, men, work on your status. Absolutely 1,000% work on your status. Not everybody's going to make it to the top. Not everybody's going to be, in the high level positions, but there are those who have the ability to get to the top, but who are too lazy to put in the work. To those people who have the ability to do it, but who are too lazy to put in the work, who've been waiting for the sign, this is your sign. Put in the work now, because it never gets easier, right? You only get more used to the work. You only get more accustomed to doing it, right? Lifting 100 pounds is still lifting 100 pounds. I don't care when you do it, what age you do it, how you do it. It doesn't get easier. You just get more accustomed to it. As you perform more reps, you get more accustomed to it. If you seek the knowledge, eventually you'll find it, right? There's an old saying that goes, the harder I practice, the luckier I get. It don't always come the way you think it's supposed to, but it will come. But it might not come through the mediums that you expect it to come through.
Pause. Go ahead, carry on.
There was a pause. How was that even a pause? How was that even pause worthy?
That's
Jesus.
worthy. I'll let you go like 3 times, but when the fourth one,
And,
I was
and
like,
to
all
the
right.
ladies, and I'm going to say this as gently as I know how. Begin to become the thing that men say they want, so that you can capture the attention of the men that you want. If you're not the thing that men want, you'll never capture the attention of the men that you say that you want. And that's as gently as I know how to put it. Next time I'm on, I don't think I'll be so nice about it, because the reality is this: women have become so accustomed to sweet lies that the truth is bitter.
So tell your good lie,
Right?
cause
So-
I'm fine no matter what.
And it's not that people are trying to hurt your feelings. It's not that we're bashing women. But the reality is this: we know what you want. We have put in the effort to become what you want. 64% of black men are becoming what you want. Are you becoming what black men want as black women? If you can't honestly say you're putting in the effort and the work every single day, see, black men still get up and go to work. We still get up and are manly. We still know how to fix cars, and we know how to build buildings. We're still construction workers. We're still bricklayers, and we still do the mortaring and the grout and the drywall and the electrical and the electricity and the plumbing. We still do those things. Where is it that, at what point do we meet in the middle? At what point do our women start saying, you know what, they're right? Because no matter how you look at it, your men are starting to leave in droves, whether they're leaving the country or whether they're dating outside of the race. So if the men aren't still looking for you, what is it that you're doing that's creating that deficit? I'm done.
All right, there we go. A1 Geez, what you got?
At the snap of a finger, okay? If
Thanos?
I make all men disappear off of the face of the earth, what is it that you as a woman can provide to society? The things that men are doing right now that you as a woman are not willing to do. You say you want to, but in actual reality, you really don't want to do it. I was at a store, okay, Poppy store, grabbing something to eat, and there's items that's on the top shelf that requires for you to grab the claw grabber. And this man passed the lady the claw grabber, and she says, "Oh no. That's a man's job." Okay? And at the end of the day, I want to say that women say they want this kind of man that does this particular kind of thing, but what they do not consider is what he wants from her. Okay? In order for the modern dating culture to get better, you as a woman have to start considering the kind of man that you want. What does he want from you? And this is why I always say these three things: peace, respect, and level of understanding. Love comes last. Love is not a category. Love is those three things. Okay? Men, I forget, who was the person that named that song, What Does Love Got to Do With It?
Tina Turner.
He ruined it for everybody when he made that song, okay?
That was a she.
Okay, you get what I'm saying. So when she made that song, okay, What Does Love Got to Do With It? They said that for a reason. Because men are tired of being dehumanized. Men are tired of not being heard. Okay? This is why the passport bros revolution begun in the first place. I'm not saying that it's a good thing. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's a route that you have to take. But in order for you to be reunited or united with somebody that you truly love, my advice to you is to simply use this. Use your ear. Listen to what a man wants. Somebody in one of my old group chats asked me, what does a man look for in a woman? And I said this, and I put the ear emoji. And she says, that's not what I asked. That's your problem right there. We tell you what a man wants, and you say that's not what we want. I want cheese pizza. I don't want chicken. I don't want a pizza with pepperoni. I want cheese pizza. We tell you it's cheese pizza. You tell us this is what we want. How do you ask a man what does a man want, and you tell a man that's not what he wants? You are not a man. That's your first problem right there, that you don't listen. You don't know how to shut up for a second. And that's where the buck stops. We can't get no far past the conversation. Another problem that we have is the type of communication. We're so stuck behind these damn phones. This is how women hide their emotions. That they can't even have a conversation with you on the phone. That they can't even have a conversation with you in person. They use this phone at your disposal. Whether they choose to block you, whether they choose when they want to respond back, whether they reply with a reply with a simple one-worded answer to your paragraph, if you start asking men what do they want and actually start applying it, maybe we won't have to go off the narrative that 1 in 4 women will ever get married. We'll start seeing more relationships, we'll start seeing more marriages when women start considering men's feelings. Period. That's the bottom line.
Got it. So I've included their social media, right? You got Don Terell, his social media is in the description for at least the Instagram, and A1 Geez, his is Relationship Podcast. He has a show of his own that you can catch.
Relationship Talk with Geez.
Yep. You find that right on YouTube. You'll see his face. You'll know what's up. So go ahead and check these guys out. I'm sure they would be happy to answer any of your questions at any time, right? Just hit them up and see what's going on. Any of you who are not familiar with me, my Instagram is, I think it's in the ticker if I'm not mistaken, but if not, it's Trev_Smoove. And, I have my short form content. If you like really quick messages that will be pretty powerful, go right ahead and check that out. Cash App is available, and you can donate if you like it. CTFWS for Chew the Fat with Smoove. That's all in the scrolling ticker right here. If at any point you are compelled to do so, go right ahead. Super chats are also available. Fortunately, we are now monetized on YouTube, so at any point you guys are able to do that as well.
Send that bread.
You know what I mean?
Support the channel
we
can buy better cameras and microphones so y'all won't be yelling about my mic not being turned up. And all the other, y'all know, seriously, man. Y'all support people y'all don't know. Support the people that you do know.
Send that bread.
So anything is greatly appreciated. Whatever you are, whatever you can is cool. There's no pressure here. If you feel compelled, then go ahead and do so. It's available for you to do just that. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the show. I appreciate everybody who called in and left their 2 cents. It's very much appreciated. I hope to continue this dialogue. I'm going to have this more often. We'll see. I am a slave to the mob. Right now, I'm pushing it about once a month. That's what it is right now. If the demand is here, then I will do it as much as the mobsters say. So we go with that. That's just fine for me. You know me. I'm a robot half the time. I'm probably half cyborg and just weren't told by my parents. But I'm going to go ahead and keep doing it until I can't, which I don't know. Either way, we're going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to close it with this. Men and women, we both need work, right? And the idea is for us to have this dialogue. We must talk to each other. We must have these difficult discussions in order to get better, right? This is not to bash or hurt anyone or demean or alienate anyone. This is for us to get better. We must improve as men and women so we can come together as a greater whole. That's just what we're looking for. We want to be able to cooperate. It's a cooperative effort. We are stronger together. So that's the motive. Strong families. That's where it starts. Strong foundations for the betterment of everyone in society. But we must look at these things that we are doing wrong. We must be able to articulate them to one another in order for any type of improvement. It's a necessary evil. I'm sorry. I apologize. It is what it is. So that's going to do it for us. Next week, we have an exciting guest. It's a young lady who... she does her thing. She monetizes her looks. We'll say that. She monetizes her looks, right? And I think it's going to be a very fun show, right? We're going to grill her. We're going to have some questions. And I'm going to let you guys know now, please do not try to solicit the guests while we are live. If that is your thing,
hit him with a smooth score.
Right? If that is your thing, you like to do the tricking thing, that's fine. But her social media, if you like to trick or treat, her social media will be available in the description. But that's going to be a very fun episode. We just locked it in for next Friday. It's a go. It's going to be a movie. We're going to have some serious fun with that, and we'll hear some crazy stories, of course, some gossip, a little bit of everything. It's going to be fun, and we're going to try to make it as educational as possible while having hella fun, and expect these brothers to come back. These gentlemen will be back at some point. There will be other men also involved. We're going to be doing this thing, man. We're going to try to grow, and hopefully with your support and your constant sharing and spamming, we're going to become what we deserve to be. All right. We appreciate you. We love you for it. And, nobody picked a car, but I'm just going to get rid of one just because. That's what we do on this side.
You gonna get rid of my Tesla though?
Yeah, no, it's electric, bro. I'm sorry.
It's electric. Slide on the top. It's electric.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right. And as always, stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.